ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather round. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on, I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Facce is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Facce.
Well, Dr. Facce. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Facce, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, that everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Facce, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Facce. And then of course Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me, just saying. Hammerlin Jamison's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large, he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, PP Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the Bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those. Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping? Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Mark says, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. Like Mark and M's the man now, but I paved the way is the Marktorious B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one. Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln. You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della. That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. In there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it. And this is a little demo I made. Welcome to BeatSeat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you can play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
whistles blow and I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Thursday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1102 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're gonna get into it just like we do every single night, fam. What are we gonna do tonight, Mark? Well, if you saw the title, you saw the friggin' picture, you see we're doing Stuck on Mars tonight. Yeah, no, Zabrowski, you gotta be in for it. I don't wanna hear you're going home. It's a snowstorm tonight. You're friggin' snowed in with me and Joanne. You know we can't get Joanne out of here. She's a cool ton right now. Quadruple decker situation. You know when she was doing it? Hold on, my battery's not charging my friggin' phone over here. What are we doing? Joanne? She has a quadruple heart situation going on. You know, when you go and get too many bugaboos, they don't tell you this, like, you could get myocarditis. No, she got gigantocarditis. No, Joanne, the wheezing is getting worse day by day, you know? No, Zabrowski, you're good. Your woohoo's up, it's upcoming, you know? Like, we're ready for it. I'm here. I'm doing it. Monologue situation. Renaissance Man. No, Joanne, stop wheezing, okay? And can you please with the friggin' filing cabinet? Right, guys? I mean, I'm here, I'm doing it. She's back there. Zabrosk, I told you, you come in tomorrow, bring me a friggin' WD-40. Right? We can't get a WD and spray it on, and everybody's good? I'm just saying, sometimes you need an everybody's good situation to take place. It doesn't happen with Joanne with the magnificent carditis. Oh, I forgot, that's what CNN calls it. They needed to spin it. You know, they're like, no, we need to make it sound good still. Her heart is 57,000 times what it was originally. We have to call it magnificent. It's the magnificent carditis. Yeah, you didn't see that? With Chris Cuomo? Chris Cuomo's there. He's doing the story. He's talking about his brother, the old governor, the Cuomo that was in as the governor. He's no longer there. Look, Anthony Cuomo. He's got a freaking Cuomo. His brother, Chris Cuomo, he's doing it, right? Joanne back there, the heart's just getting bigger as we speak, right? Chris Cuomo is like, look, guys, we have this new case, but it's a good thing. It's called magnificent carditis. Her name's Joanne Soros, and she's on our auto dial. The thing is, you can't call and speak to Joanne. You gotta speak to Renaissance Man. You can't speak to Joanne. First of all, no one wants to speak to Joanne in that friggin' voice. You know, George Soros situation. Ugh. Oh, no, stop, please, Joanne. Oh, it's Zabrowski. We need a woohoo. Can I get a friggin' woohoo for the love of God? Joanne, shush with the friggin' wheezing. Woohoo! Right? We're here, right? We're doing it. You got Zabrowski. He's doing a woohoo. And you're just kind of like, I was feeling like this. And now you're up there, right? I'm just saying, sometimes it happens when you least expect it. Yeah, you're just kind of like, I had a really nice day today, and I had a salad for dinner. You had a salad for dinner? Bang, biggity boo, Matt Zabrowski comes through with a friggin' woohoo, and you're like, through the friggin' ceiling. Yeah, I know. I was there. I saw it. Filmed it. TikTok. It's on the For You page right now. You may want to go check it out, TikToking it. When they're there on TikTok, they're there on TikTok, and they're doing it, watching a little like Zabrowski through the ceiling situation. You know, when Zabrowski gives a woohoo, the angels have been known to stop singing. That's how freaking good it is. You know, they're just like, we're coming down. It's the we're second coming. He's coming down to judge the living and the dead. All of a sudden, Zabrowski, woohoo! The friggin' angels stopped. The voices also muted. And it wasn't because of Joanne's wheezing. No, they muted because they heard a Zabrowski woohoo. Angels started like, you know, having a little group chat, you know. Guys, maybe we should give them a little more time. Did you hear that woohoo? I think they got a little bit more in the tank. Let's go back up. Let's see how the big guy's doing. Right? They did it. They left Zabrosk to do his thing, woohooing it every day. Day 1,100 and, what is it, Zabrosk? Yes, Zabrowski says day 1,102 in a row. I wasn't sure. I needed Zabrosk to give me a little confidence on that, you know, just to slide it through. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne! Your wheezing is getting louder, guys, right? Seriously? What are we doing here? I just can't handle it anymore. I'm trying to do a show, guys. And I got Joanne back there, wheezing it up. You know, okay, Wheezy Soros, we're going to make a trading card. I'm making Wheezy trading cards, NFT style. Yesterday we did an NFT style for a fish. We're doing an NFT, Soros NFT. And it's also like the other side is Senator Palpatine, which also you guys didn't realize, George Soros, he played Palpatine. You guys didn't know? You know, the reason everybody's trying to figure out, they're all like, oh yes, Soros is this genius financial analyst and that's why he made his billions. George Soros is only a billionaire because of his, you know, franchise situation in the Star Wars. Like, if you think about it, he played Palpatine, and then they didn't even have to hire anybody for makeup because they used him, you know, for Jabba the Hutt as well. You know? Hey, listen, George, you're looking good. How about you just lay on your friggin' side while Princess Leia feeds you grapes? Let's do it, all right? On 2. You know, George Lucas always shot on 2. I thought that was weird, you know? All right, guys, we're everybody quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. 3... You're live on 2. George Lucas situation, you know. But when George Soros was hired to play Jabba the Hutt, they saved like, I think it was $350,000. No makeup. Just lay him down. Craning it. They had a crane. That's good. Right there on the X. He's there. Blah. Blah. Han, my bookie. When I heard Han, my bookie the first time, I was like, nope, that's Soros. That's friggin' Soros. Are you kidding me? They couldn't put a little makeup on him so he could just be like, oh, the disguise. Oh, it looks really like some creature. Nope, just lay him out. Still friggin' scary as hell, guys. You know, like they had conversations like, should we go any scarier? And Lucas was like, did you see the, you know, the first cut? They're like, no, let's bring it up on the screen. Now this was prior to HD with the detail, you know, so they had to really, you know, win them over. You want to win someone over with a scary situation prior to HD? You better put some extra muck on that face, some blood like squirting out the side, an extra Soros like flip on the skin, you know, under the eye, where he's got the fish gill thing situation going and he's frogging it. I'm waiting for him to get run over by a car doing Frogger 86. You know what I'm saying? Soros is there, right? Flippy eyes. I'm just thinking it, you know, like, and we need to put it into action. No, Joanne, can you call your father? I know what your relationship is like, but you now know you have a father because of me. So how about you do the right thing and we get him on the line? I don't want to speak to him. I don't want to hear his friggin' voice. All right. I don't need nightmares tonight. Okay. Joanne, what I could do actually is you could pass a message along to your father, George Soros, for me. Okay. Just let him know that we know where he got his money. and tell him it's unfortunate that Princess Leia died, you know? But that's it. We're just unfortunate that Princess Leia died and that we know what he did with his money, how he made his money, really. And then they're like, he's such a genius. Genius. Typecast. Right? Typecast. What's that? No, Zabrosk. I know they didn't call you to be in the role. You're not an actor. You're not an on-screen guy, Zabrosk. You're a woohoo guy. Right? What are we talking about here? He's not an on-screen guy. He's a friggin' woo-hoo guy. You can't come down and woo-hoo it and then be like, I want to grab the microphone, Mark, and I do the show. No, you're Matt Zabrosk. You sit there and do your friggin' woo-hoo. You grab your check and get the frig out of here, right? No, Joanne. Write the check now. I don't want to have any delays tonight. There's a friggin' snowstorm coming through. That's how you manage a radio station. 102.7 Rock. We're doing it. This is the vibe. And, you know, tonight we're not vibing. A bit, I guess, when Zabrosk leads us in, you know. Zabrowski. I got to tell you, buddy. If you didn't consistently win Grammy, I maybe would have given Joanne a shot at it. But there's no way now. She's not getting a shot at the woo-hoo. I got you on, you know, retainer. Retainer. So, fam and friends, this is the beginning of 2022. We're going into, I'm hoping, a good year for all, you know. We don't know what's coming, but I do know that what you just saw was, let me see, 22 minutes of complete improvisation. I don't know what I said, what I did, but that's what we do every day. And I will be releasing that at some point. Now, this entire show is live improvisation, actually, so there's never been a script. I never know what I'm going to do. Never know if I'm going to write a song or play a piece of music for you that I did write prior, or film a live movie. Tonight we're filming another live movie, so I'm in the process of completing about 8 movies right now. We have the Trump movie, which I've completed, except I have an intro and outro to do. Back to the Future, Mark. I need an intro and outro. We may do that tonight. Stuck on Mars. We completed, but I messed up while I was filming because I don't have another person in this freaking studio. Zabroski is real. He's on this song from 2006. He is the woohoo guy from 2006. Joanne is fictitious. Yeah, I know you guys are like, I can't believe she can't get up and move a little quicker, you know? But so when you're here and you're in the middle of filming an improvisation scene and the screen is here, but you're back there doing your thing, whatever the frig it is, you don't see little things on the screen until you're reviewing. And I'm reviewing after we filmed, and I'm like, oh, man, are you kidding me? I had like an X in the corner, and it said like KLV, you know, like it was such a silly thing that took place. Oh, my goodness. Kitty Cat, you rock. Thank you so much. But so we're gonna get Stuck on Mars complete. I'm going to actually release that, I think, in the next 2 weeks. I don't want to do one a month. I really just want to complete movies as they come. I may get 4 done in 1 month. We may get none finished in a month. But right now I've got so many backloaded, so many songs backloaded. So we're just going to start getting back to dropping content. The last couple weeks have been just taking a break because after the 4th movie, I released 2 feature films in 8 days. That was pretty insane. But this right here, this I want to share just because we still, even though it's a song that's called 2021 Living in the Stone Ages, we're still in that mindset right now. And I need something to just get me rolling here. So check out this tune. This is something I wrote 3 months ago.
This is your home. This is your family room / gym.
Luke,
The
my
guest
brother.
bedroom / music studio. The day bed / dog bed. The living room / yoga shanty / regional office.
How did you guys do it?
There's a little live looping for you in the moment. That's the beat seat. You can order your own and I'll build it for you.
You gotta go off the grid, shut it all down, and take your tech and blow it up. Yeah, burn it, take the chips and put a drill through them. Yeah, if you wanna be lost, you gotta get lost. Yeah, 'cause on the track and you and me, yeah, they're going to split us up and put us all in different places if we don't get along with their agenda. Yeah, no, I'm not pretending, it's fine with me. No, I'm in the Stone Ages. 2021, yeah, I'm in the Stone Ages. Feel like I'm in the Stone Ages. On the offensive, yeah, I'm going to attack when you least expect it. Yeah, we're gonna get you, gonna take you down by the neck. Yeah, it's up or down, left or right. Yeah, it don't seem like anyone's very bright anymore. Yeah, can't use that common sense going to watch the negative and let it affect you. I don't think that's what you should do. No, shut it down. Yeah, show up with me every night right here. We're gonna get down, write songs and laugh all night. Forget about the dangerously evil world around us. Be the change. Don't wait for the world to rearrange the way they're living, 'cause it's not gonna happen anytime soon. And when the elites are in charge, they never give it up. No, we're just fighting for millennia, trying to find a way out from under ya. Yeah, you just keep your thumb down on everyone. Yeah. 2021, I'm in the Stone Ages. Yeah, can't break away in the Stone Ages. No, we can't break free. No, from the change you got to put down on me. Yeah, on everyone seeing the world, you lose your freedom as quick as 1, 2, 3. If you don't fight back, they're coming after you and me, knocking on doors, yeah, sending you here and there, 'cause they think they know best, that they don't follow anything. Devil not signs, no, don't even know what it means. Yeah, it's just 2021, it seems like we're in the Stone Ages. Hey, 2021, feel like I'm in the Stone Ages. Feel like I'm in the Stone Ages. 2021, oh, I'm in the Stone Ages. Yes, it's like a caveman coming out, saying what is this? It's a wheel, it's rolling downhill. Wondering where we find a clean water. You gotta follow the arrows. They're in the Stone Ages. Yeah, I'm living in the Stone Ages. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the Stone Ages. 2021. Yeah, I'm in the Stone Ages. Yeah. Oh, we can't break out of the spell. Yeah. They're just holding us all down, just to change the world. Yeah, that new world order they've been talking about for years on end, and now they got the chance to take us through it. Yeah, we're in a tailspin, stunned, get away
coming now. Oh, we're all magnetized to their lies, yeah. In the Stone Ages, no running water, no gotta kill for food. Yeah, we're back at them. We're in the Stone Ages. We're in the Stone Ages. Oh, yes, fam and friends. That's on one of my albums. I'm not sure which one. Oh, wait, hold on. This one's even crazier. We're going from one to another. You just have to hear
Drinking
this one.
water before bed burns 46 pounds in 2 weeks. If you are struggling to lose weight and you're over 20...
This has a decent amount of views, actually, too. Check this out. Come on, dude. Just play. How about that, YouTube? Come on. I must have it on my computer, too. Don't know why it's doing that. Let me just pull it up on actual... Let me take that off the screen. It is curious why YouTube does this sometimes where you can't even play videos, you know? Very interesting. Now, one thing I do know is I've got everything. Like, in fact, I'm seeing stuff here that we should be looking at. Holy cow. I've got all the Back to the Future Mark stuff because we're going to be putting the movie together. The Stuck on Mars stuff is here. Secret Service codename Sleep Sofa 1. Oh, man, there's so much bulletproof Biden censoring corruption. All right, we need to watch at least a couple of these things here real quick just because this is my idea of going after, and I guess you would say trolling, the guy who's in the Oval Office currently. It's Felix Robertson live from the studio, and we're joining Joe Biden for his newest commercial. Let's go to Vice President of the United States. Joe Biden sued the president. Look, my Aunt Judy told me to come down here and say a couple words. So I'm going to read off this teleprompter here. We're going to have a conversation about Donald Trump. Everybody's dying right now because of this president. He's the one who brought coronavirus to America. He distributed it, and he has all the people. Look, the facts are, the people on the streets are rioting in the streets because of Donald Trump. They love Trump so much that they're rioting in the streets. That's right, it's the right-wing radicals. And my Aunt Judy told me that if I come out and start speaking against it, that maybe Donald Trump's supporters will stop all the rioting in the streets. Look, I think you gotta go out and vote for this leap. I mean, you gotta vote for Joe. You gotta just remember, I'm an average Joe. I've been just doing this my entire life. I think I got the runs or something because I got poopy in my pants. Look, before I get going to the bathroom, I just want to make sure you understand. We're fighting for the soul of America. The only person that can save it is a politician for 47 years that hasn't done it once in those 47 years. My Aunt Judy said I could do it now, though. Just move that teleprompter up a little. And I appreciate you. And I look forward to being the next president of the United States of America, Joe Trump. Oh, good old Joe Trump. It's Felix Robertson live from the studio. And we're... Oh, Texas lady in the house. Hey, Texas lady loves these. You know what? We're going to play a few of these for Texas lady, for Daniel, my brother. Wages in the house. Oh, yes. We have a perfect stream tonight. I'm loving it. It's rare. It's rare when I look down and I see a perfect stream with 0 frame loss. It's a very nice thing to see. So this one right here, we talked about Justin Trudeau being Liam Neeson. I'm guaranteeing it. All right, I have footage now to prove it. It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. We head to a phone call between Justin Trudeau and Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Trudeau. My fellow Canadians, we are at a crucial point in a time with COVID-19. I will be taking a phone call with our neighbor to the south, Donald Trump, who believes that he can help us in our battle. And unfortunately, he has contracted COVID-19. So our hearts are out to him and all of those living in the United States. We, as Canadians, are completely in unison with our support to our neighbors from the south. So let's see what that phone call is about. Justin, it's Donald J. Trump. How are you?
Mr. President, it's a pleasure to speak with you again.
I hear you had a spike up in Canada, and we're very much concerned about you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. We appreciate your concerns towards us, your neighbors to the north. How are you doing with the coronavirus?
Oh, no, I'm doing fine. Coronavirus. Nobody in America realizes that I'm the son of Jor-El.
Wait, you mean Superman's son?
That's right. My father came here from Krypton.
Mr. President, they're saying certain things about you, and I'm a little concerned hearing your descriptive nature on this phone call.
Gave birth to me, then I came, and I was living in a field for like 4 days until my uncle and my aunt came and found me.
Mr. President, that's the actual script to Superman.
I was asleep underneath like an old milk truck or something. And when they found me, they were like, oh, look, there's a baby underneath the milk truck. You know, go and get him under the milk truck. And I said, no, I'm okay. I spoke perfect English at like age 0. Put my finger on the truck, pushed it aside, and got up. I said, look, my name is Trump. You could call me Super Trump if you want, but really, my name is Kal-El.
Donald, I think you may need some help.
Look, you have to understand that I was made on a different planet. So I'm able to take on coronavirus without any sort of backlash, really. I'm pretty sure you were born here, right, Justin, in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not going to do you any good. Look, Justin, I just wanted you to know that we've got your back. All you gotta do is reach out, let the Trumper know, and I'll send you any supplies you need. You need any ventilators? You need any PPE?
I'll check with the health ministry to see if we need anything.
Look, just don't ask Andrew Cuomo for anything, because he's going to, kill people in a nursing home. And look, I'm going to see, let's get him on the line real quick. Hey, Cuomo, how do you think we should handle Canada?
Hey, Donald, how you doing? I got your question sent over to me by my assistant. You know, I would probably consider sending some of those people to the nursing homes. I mean, look, it didn't work for us, okay? But if they put them out there, there's like a 50-50 chance that maybe they'll get some right, you know? Like, some of them will die.
Cuomo, we're not going to do that. See, I told you, Justin, it's just a waste of time. Look, this has been really a great conversation, Justin. But I do have to get going. I'm going to see Melania Saturday Night Live. We're going to watch The Real Talk Show.
The Real Talk Show?
I'm not really sure if you watch The Real Talk Show, but you should tune in.
I'll have to check out what that's about.
Yeah, stop by. Melania and I will be in the chat all night. Anyway, appreciate you, Justin.
Mr. President, stay well and stay safe.
You too, Justin. Have a great night.
Winning big league.
It's Hammerlin.
Good old Donald. You know, he's always winning big league. I'm not really sure if you realize that. But, you know, it wound up being a situation where we created every day I had a call-in from Donald Trump. So if it wasn't a call where, or something like this happening, it would be a call from Trump. But check this one out. This is another one that I think was pretty golden.
So, Patsy, give me an update. What's happening out there with Hurricane Laura?
Mr. President, the first responders did tremendous, and they saved the day. Latest report from CNN was that there was some violence, but it was mostly peaceful. Just like their protests in Seattle, in Wisconsin, and in Portland, really. I saw a great meme today. It was a CNN reporter, and this was real. He's standing in front of like some massive fire in the streets, like a car just blew up or something. And he's standing there, and the byline is, "There is a couple of explosions, but it's mostly peaceful protests." I just have to laugh. The left is just so desperate. We're going to win big league. We're not going to let them stop the Trump train. Sleeps over Joe, taking a nap on his Joey futon. He's a bumbling Biden, really.
You're right, Mr. President. He is a bumbling Biden.
Winning big league every day, for the rest of my days at least. Sleepy, sleep, sleep sofa. I like to sleep on my sleep sofa. And look, I'm writing a new song right now. It's called Sleepy Times with Sleep Sofa Joe.
I love it, Mr. President. Can you add a part about him being a sleep sofa?
It goes a little something like this. Sleep sofa. I like to put my head down on the sleep sofa. I'm working on it with a songwriting master. I don't know if you know the Real Talk program, but I'm going to write a masterpiece.
Now that sounds like a hit, Mr. President.
That's right. Sleepy sleeper sleeps. Anyway,
Mr. President, what if you rolled down?
a sleepy sleep sofa.
Yes, that's it.
We're going to work on it. Anyway, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Mike Pence, vocal coach? You guys didn't know that Pence was a vocal coach? No, Joanne, they didn't know that she's a vocal coach in it. You know, sometimes you have to inform the public, Joanne. They're there. They're like, Trumper, he probably can't sing. And Mike Pence, there's no way he's a vocal coach. Two birds, one stone. Yeah, no. Joanne said double decker. You know, sometimes you get one, you know, and then when the people receive that double decker, I don't know. I guess they're thankful. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter because the point is they received that friggin' double decker. So guys, every once in a while we come up with something crazy like a rap song for Sleep Sofa Joe. Like, did you guys see my rap for Joe Biden yet? This is pretty funny.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental fitness.
Look, I can't help it that you chose a sleep sofa as your candidate.
My physical as well as my mental fitness, my mental fitness, my mental.
Have you heard of Joe Biden in the basement? He be hiding, waiting to come out to see his shadow. Run back downstairs. He's a groundhog. Oh no, there's 6 more weeks of race wars.
Physical as well as my mental fitness.
Oh, so that's going to be the rap. I'm going to write over that. It's done. I did it. 6 more weeks of race wars. I loved that line. Everything here is live improv, so I'm not playing you stuff. Nothing here was ever written. It's just, this is the moment taking place. And so even when I do this, for example, my face swaps, I was going to do something. I had an idea of creating a face swap with you guys tonight. We've done that before, where I did one of those Joe Biden show, or the Joe Biden show episodes. But I thought maybe about doing a Dr. Evil episode with you guys. I have one in mind I wanted to add on to the intro to the show. The intro to the show is always going to be changing. So it's going to be adjusting and added to, and different things are going to be going in there. And I have thoughts on that. So I do want to share something though. Like when Trumper got CV, the whole world was like, it stopped for a second, because that was when it became real. At least I looked at it for the first time. I was like, okay, I know what's going on here, but the president of the United States of America has this thing that everyone's hiding in their basements, you know, to hide from, literally to get away from, and he's got it. And then he beat the friggin' hell out of it, right?
So I started doing the Super Trump stuff. And when I called Trudeau and I said, "Oh, Mr. President," and we did the whole thing, I went with the whole Super Trump thing. Well, I had to take it one step further. Hope you enjoy.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Is it coming to an end? The movie scripts are starting to come in. Let's find out more from Donald J. Trump. Thank you so much for joining me at the balcony at the White House. I'm so thrilled to get a call today from Marvel. That's right. They want me to be the next Iron Man. I guess they've gotten kind of sick of Robert Downey Jr., who could blame him. Look, I'm happy to take on the role. I mean, I've always wanted to be in a Marvel film. And now I'm going to be Iron Man. I can't wait. First Superman, now Iron Man. Who's next, Thor? I could play Thor because I have the looks, really. More like Bruce Wayne. They should probably get the rights to Batman. But we did start discussing perhaps like a new superhero. Like, how about Megatron? I love it. But anyway, look, I just wanted to thank you all for coming out to see me after I demolished the coronavirus. That's right. You shouldn't be scared. Your president is a god. I just took it on face to face, head on, and I won big league. Winning big league, always. Anyway, I've got to go. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Guys, every day for a year I did one of those. Every day for a year I created one of those for this family here. And then we move forward to writing songs and creating live action comedy where I'm on screen and not the face swaps. That happened this past year. But the year before this last one, every day was a brand new face swap for you. And they were completely insane. Every single one of them. One more example. I got to play this one. Bulletproof Biden. Just by the name, I got to see what the hell that is.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. We head to Donald Trump, who's on the campaign trail, and some information about Sleep Sofa came out today. Let's get to it. Thank you so much. We are officially weeks away from the election where I destroyed Joe Biden in the square. And very, very bad information is coming out about the Sleep Sofa. And nobody's talking about it, like his son Hunter, the crackhead. I mean, seriously, did you see this guy? Look at the pictures, people. You're going to have to search, though. Why is Hunter Biden information being censored from Facebook and Twitter? I think I'm going to have to take them down. What do you think? I think I'm going to have to do it. We're weeks away from me winning the election again. And all of this information's coming out about the Sleep Sofa, and nobody wants to pick up the cushions and see what's underneath. I'm going to flip that friggin' Sleep Sofa over. I'm going to grab that Joey futon, and I'm going to turn it upside down for you. Look, you may think Joe Biden's okay right now. Just wait till you see what we have in store for good old Sleepy Pooper Pants. That's right, he's going down. We're taking down Pelosi as well. I think my favorite photo was of Hunter Skeet Ulrich Biden passed out with a crack pipe falling out of his mouth. It was so funny. I was like, what is Skeet Ulrich doing? He's asleep with a crack pipe in his mouth. Are you kidding me? It's hilarious. He's taking naps like his father, except he has a crack pipe in his mouth. But he's still a sleeper, just like his papa. I got an idea. Why don't we give him a job with Burisma Oil for the Ukraine? We'll take $3.5 million from the Russian mayor's wife. And I got one more. Let's take $1.5 billion in securities from China. How about that, Skeet Ulrich Biden? Huh? Oh my goodness. Like father, like son. Look, he's napping just like his daddy, except he has a crack pipe in his mouth. Look, there's plenty more to come. Just stay tuned and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Have you seen this man, Hunter Skeet Ulrich Biden? That's Skeet Ulrich! Tell me that's not Skeet Ulrich on the screen right now! Come on, right? We're here! Don't lie to me and tell me that's Hunter. That's freaking Skeet. I enjoyed you in Scream. You were great across from Nev Campbell. You did it. Look, if Dewey wasn't going to come out of nowhere, that stupid, goofy police officer, and get stabbed a bunch of times, you know? But when you did it, Skeet, we were into it. As a world, I think we were into it, you know? We all wondered if you would ever, you know, I don't know what we thought if you would ever come around, but basically bottom line is when you started telling people you were Hunter. I mean, a lot of them believed it, but there's no freaking way. That's Skeet Ulrich. You know, acting career doesn't go too well. Going back, prodigal son situation. You did a prodigal son? Going back to Sleep Sofa Joe? He doesn't remember who he is either. Together, you're working it out. Oh, Dad, you did great. You did too, son. Look, my Aunt Judy told me you should go and get a deal with China. Go and get a deal with Burisma. You should try to get $3.5 million from friggin' Russian oligarch's wife. What are we doing here? Look, we make sure you put 10% aside for the big guy. He started doing a big guy situation. Kamala Chameleon, she pushed him down the stairs, and he was like, look, my Aunt Judy pushed me. She's like, yep. When Kamala Chameleon decides to take, you know, give credit to Aunt Judy on the push down the stairs, we knew we were in for trouble. Anyway, guys, look, we're doing it. This is day 1,102 in a row. And essentially, I'm going to be doing a Stuck on Mars scene in a few minutes. Live improvisation. I don't know what the frig is going to happen. But I will tell you what. Currently, there are so many things that need to happen here. They need to become, you know, and what I mean by that is movies that need to come to friggin' life, you know? Like, I just kind of want to show you a touch of what Back to the Future Mark is, you know? Because that's a dude. He's doing it, you know? And sometimes people get it. Most times they friggin' don't. They're like, I mean, look, if you're going to do a elbows in the face, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like we should see a touch of this. Time Traveler shares bleak future. Yep. When you're from the year 2769, guys, you know, and you're doing it and you're sharing that information with people, tough conversations happen. That time I painted the Sistine Chapel. You guys didn't know it. Michelangelo. You know, you're back there, you're channeling, you're doing it. You know, David sculpting. And they pull your ear. Hey, Michelangelo. I get it. I get it. But Back to the Future Mark is obviously some insanity. You know, the crazy thing is, though, the reason why I want to release the Donald Trump show, and maybe even sooner than later, is this right here is my Achilles heel, okay? This right here is the truth within the truth about the truth. But it's a total goof. And we here on the Renaissance Man Show really enjoy this one. I hope you enjoy.
Hammerlin Jamison introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece. Dr. Evil, are you there? Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you? Do you have a second to talk? Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world, is really the plan here.
Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how could I help?
Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown.
Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world.
People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did.
I don't have time to give you the ins and outs.
Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me?
Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets.
Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before.
I do take over the world at least once a month.
I think it's very important that we do this the right way.
The right way is the only way.
If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world.
Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. And I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bill.
So glad to get you on the line again.
I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line, number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci. It's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared.
So we need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. We can't let the president know what we're doing.
Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it. So I'm going to get onto every network station, and I'm going to continue to push the narrative.
I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets. We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak.
This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done.
We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission.
One more thing. Don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines.
That we all need vaccines.
And I will eventually take over the world.
See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi-Hol. They drop a virus, I call it the Fluhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. You gotta wear a mask. You can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu. And they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Dr. Evil, Bill Gates, is on the evil monitor.
Well, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? So glad to speak to you. I'm just here talking to the press right now. Is there something I could do for you?
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. This is actually a pocket dial. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Number 2! That was too freaking close, number 2.
I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Hi, Bill. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm good, Bill. Are we still on track to take over the world? So Dr. Fauci went on the front lines again today and told people they need to do even more extensive social distancing. They need to stay away from each other more. We have to develop the vaccine before too many people die, and then we won't be able to make all of that money. And what does Fauci have to say about it? I'm going to try to get Dr. Fauci on right now. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Bill, how are you?
It's Bill and Dr. Evil, and he's on the evil monitor with us.
Dr. Evil.
Gentlemen, the fear-mongering's not working. You're going to have to find a different strategy.
I'm getting very nervous about this, Dr. Evil. I think I may back out of this entire thing if we don't bring the vaccine to market next week. I'm out.
Take a breath real quick, Dr. Fauci, because we're almost there. All right, we put all the money out there. We have the patents, and we have everybody at home right now. So all you have to do is continue the narrative.
The president is starting to become suspicious of Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, we really need you to come through for us here.
Look, the president is smarter than he pretends to be.
Fauci, failure is not an option here.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I will not take a fall for 2 megalomaniacs.
Okay, I think I've heard enough. Excuse me. Yes, release the murder hornets. Yes, Bill Gates' house and Dr. Fauci's. That's right. Yep, thank you. Okay, yep, fantastic. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just can't stand you anymore.
Look, I have to thank MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for sharing these 3 videos with me. Oh, wait a second, I'm getting in my ear that we have one more for you. Hold on one moment. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. Vladimir Putin's on the phone.
Dr. Evil, it's Vladimir. We have the news.
Well, it's really good to have you on the line, Vladimir. I'm so glad that our plan is working.
Right now is good mission. Is an American run.
Look, all I want you to know, Vladimir, is that we have to put the pressure on. More cities.
They riot in the street. Good.
Now to part 2, our secret weapon. You know who I'm talking about. Let's get him on the line.
Dr. Evil. George Soros is on the line.
George.
Dr. Evil.
What's the deal?
Can I play too?
What you got going on over there? Give us the scoop.
I want to play.
Let me put you on speaker. Yep, here we go. What do you got, George?
I'll put money in as well, and we could take over the solar system.
We have to find a way to stabilize Donald Trump as well.
Bring Trump Walker to me. I will turn him, or I will destroy him.
You know, I have to say, I did not expect to see George Soros turn into Emperor Palpatine. Who knew? Who knew that Emperor Palpatine was really George Soros? Typecast. Typecast, really. I heard he also played Jabba the Hutt. They didn't really even need to use any makeup. Look, the one thing I'll tell you about Donald J. Trump is I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer. I'm gonna call Dr. Evil right now. That's right. We're gonna have a conversation about all of these videos because I don't like when people come after the Trump.
Hold on, people. The phone is ringing. Number 2.
Dr. Evil, there's a call on the evil monitor. It's Donald Trump.
Thank you, number 2. Hi, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. How are you?
Dr. Evil, you're live right now on the Donald Trump Show.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on one second. Let me put you on speaker. What can I do for you, Donald?
You're actually the subject of episode 16 of The Drum Show, and I just found 4 videos, quite incriminating. And before I send them to the high courts, I just wanted to see if you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, Donald, simply put, I'm freaking Dr. Evil.
Look, Dr. Evil, you know, we've had a pretty good working relationship in the past, but that all comes to an end now. Next time you think you could take advantage of the Trumper, just get ready for a steaming pile of rockets all over your face. I'm gonna drop them all over your evil compound, wherever it is.
I wish you lots of luck on your search, Donald.
We're gonna find you, Dr. Evil. I'm going to find you.
Look, Donald, I really don't care how you feel. Sorry.
Perhaps if I tell you about the newest technology we're gonna use to take you out in your compound, would that interest you, Dr. Evil?
No matter what tech you have, Donald, you get... Hello? Donald? Number 2! He hung up again, motherfucker!
Hammerlin Jamison introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you.
Oh, that is one of the best bits ever, isn't it? Dr. Evil doing it? Right? Oh! So that was one of 35 episodes of the Donald Trump Show created last year. The Dr. Evil thing at the end with George Soros was an add-on after the fact. And just everything that would happen the last 2 years ago. 2 years ago was all about face swaps and trying to pull down what we are currently living in. I tried to create the truth for people to see what they were not hearing, and nobody was getting that information. Nobody saw these face swaps when it was important to see them. You know, Etten was saying, it's like, you're there, and it's like you're living in the freaking Twilight Zone. There's so much truth in those face swaps, even though it's a satire. There's so much truth. Every single one of those face swaps hit on a chord, you know, that the people that are fighting against the truth, that are basically smearing anybody who's speaking truth, it was a frightening thing, I believe, for anybody who is afraid of truth to see those face swaps. I mean, the first couple were goofy, but the Donald J. Trump show was straight up powerful stuff in order to pull down this crazy, very, very, very left-leaning, you know, regime. It's almost like a regime. It's not an administration. It's a friggin' regime. And you're dealing with it. We're dealing with it now. Like, everybody's like, guys, you're going to be paying ridiculous gas prices if you let this guy in. We never had a war under the last guy. We're going to have one under this guy because he doesn't even freaking know what's going on. Every other president has a war because that's how they make money. That's how the economy continues to push along this facade. You know, we are as a country in so much debt, and I can't understand something I want you guys to help me with here. So we are here trying to survive this crazy ordeal that has been created. We're trying to get through it. Our country is sending out billions of dollars. I don't even know if it's more, maybe it's $1 trillion. I don't know, but they're sending out so much money that if you broke it down per family, we'd probably be able to get through this easily, without breaking a sweat. They make huge deals about sending $600 checks to families that live in this country, but they take our money and send it out of our country to different people that don't freaking deserve it. I'm stuck in like this crazy Twilight Zone situation, aren't I? I mean, you're going to give away all of our hard-earned money, tax money that you steal from us, because we're the ones who do the work. There's nothing in the tax code that says you could take my hard-earned income, and they do it every year. They'll put you in jail if you don't. They'll put you in jail if you don't. But it's illegal. The Constitution even said you can't take someone's labor. They do it. Tax code says nothing about us, everyday citizens, paying taxes. It's illegal, and they do it. They make us do it every year. They hold us over the friggin' coals, and they'll put us in jail if we don't. But I've seen IRS agents quit because there's nothing in the tax code that says that we have to pay taxes, but we do it or we go to jail. Every year, the check is massive, and it pisses me the frig off. It's not from what I make here. This is just, we come out here and we have a lot of fun. But when you work hard, you sell real estate, you work with these clients. I worked with one client for 5 years. For 5 years in order for them to get to the finish line and buy a home. I didn't push along. Everything happens in its own perfect timing. So 5 years later, I used to have people say, why are you still working with that buyer? They're not real buyers. They're wasting your time. I'm like, they're going to buy something one day. And as long as they stick with me, I'm going to stick with them. Well, 5 years later, they bought a house. After 5 years, you have to cut out a massive piece to give to the freaking government after you did all that 5 years of work. It pisses me off every time I have to send out a check to these people. And they just send billions of dollars. All of our money goes right out of the country to some country that does, what the frig? You call COVID-19 relief for other countries. How about COVID-19 relief for this country that you actually have your feet on? What are we talking about here? Oh, let's see if we can keep everybody else afloat. But the average everyday citizen, people who have their jobs, their businesses destroyed because of this. No, you can't give them $600 for their freaking family. I'll pass that one. Let's make it $1 trillion. Got to be freaking kidding me. And that's why people are out there they want to fight back, because when you speak, you are suppressed. You have to choose to not care. You have to choose to not care, and I'm still not there. I'm still not there. That's really, I think, been the biggest hiccup here, is that every time we're kicking along, we release a friggin' film, we're doing this, and then I get sidetracked by the fact that our world is freaking dying. And then once you start going down that rabbit hole and you uncover all the lies, the deceit, and the constant fear-mongering, it could become overwhelming if you friggin' gave a crap anymore. But if you're like me, and I think you are, you're freaking over it. I don't even freaking care anymore. You want to tell me about somebody else that died yesterday? I don't give a freaking crap. I've been hiding for 2 years plus from this freaking thing. They lied to us from day one. And when I said BS, I was called conspiracy theorist. You were called conspiracy theorist. Wait, so when I said for 2 years, this is not going to stop anything, you're still going to get it, and the same people will die whether you had it or you didn't have it, that was conspiracy. But now, everybody I talk to says, well, no, we're going to get it, but it won't be that bad. They told us that it won't be that bad. I know somebody that had it for 2 weeks, and they were fully boosted. So don't freaking tell me anything with these more lies coming from the gov. I'm sick of it. No truth, no disclosure. You get a pamphlet that says, what does it say? Something like intentionally withheld. You tell me I'm supposed to have disclosure and understand what the frig I'm putting in my body. And I have a documentation that I roll out that says intentionally left blank. Interesting. This is my issue. I can't stand this atrocity going by without speaking and allow people to know what's really going on, or at least the way I see it going on. It bothers me when people are so blinded by what they hear in the news. Hope that's a basement sneeze. But whatever, I'm over it. I'm over the entire thing. The whole Dr. Evil thing, Heather knows. The Dr. Evil thing was a way for me to poke fun at the fact that these mental cases are destroying our lives. Nancy Pelosi, everything she touches turns to poison. I got the perfect episode of the Donald Trump Show. It's episode 3. It's called Nancy Pelosi. There's 3 episodes from the series of Pelosi. Literally everything she touches turns to poison. So she's Nancy Pelosi. President Xi? No. I'm sorry. It's not President Xi. You guys think it's President Xi because, like, you're so used to hearing every other comedian and, oh, President Xi came out the other day. Oh, yeah. You haven't seen the Renaissance Man show yet, have you?
Hammerlin, Jamison, live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us to talk about President Xi.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. I believe this is episode 11. Unbelievable. I think this episode has to be about President Xi-Hole. Look, I got a problem with the Xi-Hole. He's out there delivering Fluhan all over the world. Everybody's blaming Trump. But the only person to blame is President Xi-Hole. But no matter what I say, they don't believe me. It's a weird world we're living in right now. It's either Trump or not Trump. Nobody's talking about the issues. What does Trump think about abortion? What does Biden think about? Well, let's be honest, Biden doesn't think about anything. But if he was to think about something, what would it be? Maybe, did I put underwear on this morning? Did I change my pants? Did I poop my pants? I don't know, these are maybe questions that Sleep Sofa Joe asks himself. But look, let's see if we have any clips for today. Do we have anything? Here we go.
世界卫生组织总干事先生
You guys couldn't get the subtitled version? I mean, what the hell? Where's my translator? God almighty. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to respond and pretend I know what the hell he's talking about. Let's get back to it.
各位代表
Good day to you too, Xi-Hole.
首先
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption was a good movie, but what does that have to do with anything?
我认为
No, that's close. It's Dufresne. Andy Dufresne. I think he's trying to say the character's name from Shawshank.
在人类抗击新冠肺炎疫情的关键时刻
I'm not really sure who Kwame Shakur is. It may be Tupac's son.
突发事件
Oh, it is. Well, I have one question for you, Xi-Hole. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell the world what was going on? We could have done something about it. You know we call you a Xi-Hole, right?
举行这次示威大会
Look, you brought it upon yourself. I can't control your actions, Xi. We only come up with nicknames for people based on their actions, and you've been a Xi-Hole, I'm sorry.
具有
You should be, Gio.
十分重要的意义
All right, look, I can't do this anymore. I can't understand him.
人类正在经历第二次世界大战结束以来
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone.
全球
What did you say to me?
新冠肺炎疫情突如其来
Okay, look, I need a translator. I can't freaking do this without a translator. I just can't. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He keeps saying things. It sounds like he's insulting the drummer.
最严重的
See? That's exactly what he's doing. He just said it, Ziyunda.
公共卫生
He said invasion. They invaded us with coronavirus.
现在已经破击。
I'll tell you what, G-Hole, if you ever speak to me like that again, I'm gonna trump you right in the face. Anyway, look, that's about enough for today's episode of the Donald Trump Show. Remember that President G is now President G-Hole. Sleep Sofa Joe is probably taking a nap right now. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show. Have a good night.
Oh, goodness. Right? You know, it's like it never ends here, the Renaissance Man Show. Probably because it doesn't. We have over 1,800 pieces of content. And that's just from the last 3 years straight. Every day we come out here and put on a new show and create. I'm still planning on doing something with this Stuck on Mars scene, which I still have to find the backdrop for it. But it's unbelievable. I see all the different names of these episodes. Oh my goodness. You guys saw the debate. I played that for you last time. I think I played you the first debate. I didn't play you the second debate. You know what? Let's just see how the second debate went. I think they were both very bad. But let's just see how the second debate went. I'm not really sure. It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studios. We head to Donald Trump for episode 28 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me at episode 28 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight we continue delving in on the first debate. Some of the outtakes that you didn't see on the live performance. You know it was taped prior, right? There's a lot of footage that's going to come out in the coming days on Real Talk. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's see what we got here.
Our first question of the day goes to Vice President Biden. How do you keep so calm and collected during the pandemic?
Lots of naps.
Mr. President,
really.
please stop interrupting.
Well, look, my Aunt Judy told me that I could get through this complete debate without
Aunt
falling
Judy,
asleep on
he's
camera. I
always
think she's
talking about
right.
that. Can we
But
get
look,
some substance to these
but this guy,
questions, Chris
I
Wallace?
can't get a word in edgewise
What the
here.
hell?
He continues
He's the
to.
craziest
I'm
debater
telling
I've
you,
seen
my
in my
Aunt
life.
Judy said that we gave him almost 4 years. I only have 47. I need 4 more to get the job done.
Are you serious? He says he's going to do that? Sleepy. Sleepy. Wake up. Holy cow. It's like, are you even hear the words coming out of your mouth? The questions you're getting are so simple.
What?
She won't
My
even
Aunt
answer
Judy
your
never
question,
said simple.
really.
What are you even
But that is
talking about, Donald? I'm
Would
gonna
you let
take
me
you.
speak?
This is crazy.
Joe. Sleepy.
Yeah, what?
Sleepy, be quiet while I'm speaking, okay? You're being very rude right now, okay? Look, what's important to understand is that Trump always wins, okay?
Yeah, well, my Aunt Judy says.
Now,
that
hold
we're
on a
gonna
second,
beat you
Joe.
this time.
Wait, you
You're
be
not gonna
quiet,
win.
Sleep Sofa Joe. I have more to say, okay? You can't just go grandiose and pretend like you did anything in your entire career. I mean, let's talk about Hunter. Where's Hunter, huh, Joe?
He's hiding in
He
my
got
basement.
$3.2 million from the Russian
That's
mayor's
been refuted. My
wife.
Aunt Judy looked
Now,
into it.
yeah, you say that it was fake news, but who's the fake news? Is it the mainstream media? Is it fake news? I think they're the only ones who don't want to report the truth, Joe.
It's not
which is
true.
that you are in bed with the Russians and the Chinese.
It's not true.
Look, you can't beat Trump, you can't buy Trump, but you could sure buy Biden. I've seen it done. They're buying Biden left and right for 47 years. They actually call you baby Biden in Ukraine because the way you handle yourself is kind of like a baby.
Gentlemen, we're going to stop the bickering and we're going to move forward with the next question. Mr. Vice President, what is your favorite thing to do on a day off?
You've got to be freaking kidding me.
Mr. President,
Pause
if
my
you can't control your
outbursts. He's talking about
outbursts,
vacation
we're going to have
days.
to pause
Every
the
day's
show.
a vacation day for Sleepy.
It's unbelievable. Can't even get a complete sentence in without being completely jumped on by the President of the United States. Oh, what do I do on my days off? It's a good question, Chris. I like to nap. I like to put plenty of naps in my schedule. Every 15 minutes on the hour, you'll find me napping on my Joey futon. That's right. If not there, it's going to be on my Sleep Sofa Joe.
Joe, are you kidding me? How could you nap when you're going to be president? You're not going to be able to nap anymore, Joe. You're going to have to actually do some work. I know that's not something you're used to doing, Napper. Look, you know we call you DJ Sleep Sofa, right? Sometimes it's MC Napper. But really, you're really kind of just funny. I really laugh at you most times because you could never do the job that I did, Sleep Sofa Joe. I've been winning Big League, the things we did against Chadda. Look, Sleepy, let me tell you one thing you don't know, okay? I'm going to point at you and tell you about me. I did a lot of great things this last 4 years, but I'm pretty certain that you've done nothing in your entire career.
Final question of the evening.
Wait, I don't get the same question about what I do on a day off?
No, I have a better question for you, Mr. President.
That's because Donald doesn't take any days off, Chris Wallace. That's why you didn't ask that to me. You could have asked how many hours a year do you sleep, and it'd probably be under the amount of naps that Sleep Sofa Joe takes in a month. But look, that's just what you do when you're a winner. Not a sleepy loser like Joe Bumbling Biden in his Joey Futon.
Look, I've had enough of this. My Aunt Judy told me I should put my foot down, and I think I'm about to do it now. I want to just win this election because we need to get back to what's right, which is us taking everything from the American people. We're going to get back to big government and people getting less.
That's the first honest thing you've said today, Joe. Seriously, you want to take instead of give. I want everybody to do well. Look, Sleepy, you gotta be kidding me. You're telling me you want to make government bigger and people make less, take home less? Really, that's a good idea for bringing back the economy, bonehead McGillicuddy Biden.
Mr. President, a train leaves Chicago at 3:15 p.m., and one leaves Los Angeles at 12:17 in the evening.
You gotta be freaking
How much
kidding.
gas...
Give me a math quotient?
Mr. President,
Like, oh my
let me
goodness,
finish my
how the
question,
train
please,
left
sir.
at 12
Sir, let me
p.m.,
finish my
really?
question while
Come
I'm
on,
trying to get the
Wallace,
full
this is
question
such
out for you.
freaking bush
Sir,
league garbage.
sir,
Bush
Mr. President,
league. Whatever,
Mr. President,
bush league
please,
if you
let
do
me
it.
finish
Go
my...
ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. So, how much gasoline would it use in the trip?
I have no idea. This is not a math competition, Chris Wallace, okay? So...
See, he won't answer it because he can't answer it. My Aunt Judy told me he was bad at math.
You gotta be freaking kidding me, right? I mean, you want me to put numbers together here on the stage?
Well, if you can't do it, okay.
I mean, you asked Biden what he does on vacation days. You asked him what his car, what kind of car. I have a lot of cars, Chris Wallace.
It's basically a question my 5-year-old niece answered last week.
So why don't you ask Sleep Sofa Joe to do it then?
No, not necessary.
No, I got this one, Chuck. It's 6.
Mr. Vice President, it's Chris.
Oh, I was just kidding. What is Joey Futon talking about? 6? What the hell is 6 mean? I don't know, maybe 6 days for him to travel there in his horse and carriage. I don't know. Anyway, look, I can't answer a hypothetical about 2 different vehicles living at 2 different points in time. And look, maybe one of them's a Ferrari, the other one's like a Datsun. How am I supposed to tell which one uses more miles per gallon? Really, it's a stacked question, Chris Wallace. You know it. Look, this is what we've got, people. The mainstream fake news National Enquirer is trying to suppress the Trumper. They're trying to push a sleep sofa into the White House. I'm pretty sure he had contact lenses with a teleprompter system inside so he could have someone type in dialogue. His only time he could speak is with the teleprompter. So, look, anyway, that's episode 28 of the Donald Trump Show. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Oh, goodness. You know, when you're doing it and you got a little bit of a Donald Trump situation going on, you know, sometimes we get into playing those episodes and they keep me very much occupied and entertained. This is definitely it's been a laid back comedy night there is something I thought about playing for you because I'm not sure I'm feeling like getting into a full live improv, jumping around, doing Stuck on Mars tonight. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. It is an early night and it's going to be snowing tomorrow, so there's a very good chance that this show goes super long tonight. But for the moment, I wanted to see if I could play something that I'm considering turning into a movie. There's only one scene of this right now, and it could be one of the craziest things I've ever done. And if anybody here remembers this character that I created, his name is Hooky. That's all I can say. I don't want to give away too much about Hooky. Oh, Hooky. You know, but when you're doing a Hooky situation, found it. This puts us right at about 2 hours. But bottom line is, it's pretty ridiculous. Especially if you allow it to sit for a few minutes. Kevin, Fugel fam, my brother, it's so good to see you, man. It's been way too long. Yeah, we broke from, it's funny, we went from this, is this it? This was my backdrop for the last 8 months, right, guys? Every time I did my show, this was my backdrop. But just the other day, we found this, and this is the new backdrop. Because the bottom line is, I mean, this show, I'm either spinning, this is actually Cody's idea, our brother. He said, Mark, you're either spinning records, you're spinning your songs, or you're doing some sort of talking about some sort of topic. You're doing the news, or you're in you know, some sort of inspiration thing. Doing it in an apartment in New York City is like, it's cool looking, but this is the show. It's a radio show. It's a, you know, this is the concept here is this show should be on for 4 hours a day on Sirius and live every night on the Negatube for an hour. That's what it should be. We should have a 4-hour show every morning from 6 o'clock till 10. I want to go up against Howard Stern. And then at night, we're on against freaking Jimmy Kimmel and those other chooches and Trevor Noah. Twice a day. Let's start it tomorrow. Who the frig knows the guy at Sirius? I got the backdrop. We're filming it. We're going live from 102.7 Modern Rock situation. In fact, I should just call 102.7 Modern Rock. Hey, I already do a 4-hour show every day. What are we doing here? You give me the airtime. I'll fill it with madness. Complete madness. You know, it's kind of nice to be, you know, doing craziness on a daily. And, you know, when you got it, you better friggin' do it. You know what I mean? Why do I have so much? I got like a lot of extra. I usually don't have any extra weird stuff going on here. Why is it like that tonight? Let's see if I can figure this out. No, it's not working. Oh, yeah, it's on that side. Huh. It's weird to me that usually... Oh, that's why. Just needs the old Polaroo. It's still a little dark today. It's usually not like that. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Kevin, my brother, Sid, let me see who's on with us. I'm going to play this for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. The bottom line about this clip right here is it's the start of what will be another movie at some point this year called Mark Pires of the Caribbean. And it's happened like everything else in the show. This is all impromptu, and I wish I had a ship background because if I did, this would have been a wrap. I would be working on it right now, and the movie would be the focus of my life. But I'm sitting in that New York City apartment situation doing this whole thing, so it loses a little bit of it's wow factor for me because Hooky, if I could visualize Hooky, by the way. When we get to the part where Hooky becomes the focus, that's why you don't want to go anywhere. Make sure you get through this one, okay, guys? Because halfway through is when Hooky catches his friggin' stride, you know? He's doing it, like, you know, running around the outside, he's getting a gold, you know? So you don't want to miss when Hooky starts to turn the corner to get gold. Just saying. Right here. This is called Mark Pires of the Caribbean, Episode 1.
Limu?
Yeah? Oh, sorry. That was my old name.
My name is Josh, and I've been a Forward member for 5 months. Before Forward, I was overweight, I was exhausted all the time.
It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's a Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 982 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it, just like we do every single day. And I hope you guys are ready for a ride. Because, what's that? Zabrowski, I'm in the middle of doing an introduction. You're going to interrupt me mid-intro? Yes, your woohoo is on time for tonight. Are you serious? I'm in the middle of saying hello. I see Susan Donahue. I see Bonnie. I see Rose and Trish. Zabrowski, he's messing it all up for us. I couldn't even finish the moment where I'm like, let's go, subscribe, dingy the belly, you know? I mean, like, if you don't subscribe and also ding the bell, you get unsubscribed 8 times like Susan Donahue. Yeah, no, it's bound to happen. You're like, oh, I subscribed already. They're like, no, you didn't. You didn't like it, though. If you subscribe it, but you also don't ding the bell, we actually think you hate it, and then we unsubscribe you. Like, that's how we work here at the Tuber. Like, oh, no, I subscribed. Yeah, but you didn't love it. Like, if you really liked it, you would have did dingy the belly. But you didn't do it. So we thought, like, here, you know, part of our guidelines and practices, you know, was that you hated that program. That's what we get from you not, you know, also dinging the bell, you know. So look, that's just what no, Zabrowski, enough of you. You go through all 6-pack, like all 6 yoo-hoos already? We're like not even at your woohoo yet. And you got a yoo-hoo problem. Mr. Woohoo and his yoo-hoo. No, that's fine. Look, if you want to spend your hard-earned dollars for woohoos on yoo-hoos, like he brings his own as well. We give him a 6-pack every day, but apparently he's like mainlining a yoo-hoo, like on a daily. No, Zabrowski, it's not yet. It's another minute from now. You are pushing me tonight. What, do you have plans? What, do you got things to do? You can't hang out for at least your woohoo and then get up and go, get your check, and get the frig out of here? You know, yesterday, I gotta tell you, I can't believe I let you stay. After you pulled that woohoo shenanigans, I'm in the middle of reading a comment. And then you just rip the, you know, the Band-Aid off and go, woohoo, while I was like mid-comment reviewing. So like you, Zabrowski. I get my way. I'm doing a woohoo. Yeah, okay. Listen, I think it's about time you give it to us. And then hit the friggin' road. I'm just saying, the road is getting lonely. It's looking for a Zabrowski. You down? What? No, Joanne. We're almost there. Stop filing. You guys hear all that? Stop filing. Zabrowski's on. Wait, shh, hold on. Zabrowski, let me get it. Woo-hoo! That was a marked improvement from yesterday. You know, because I was ready for it this time. I wasn't rushed on my end, you know. 6.7? I don't know. What do you guys think? Was that a 6.7? I mean, where did you put it 0 to 10? Zabrowski, your entire career, it's like just there on the balance. We're just going to see what happens here. If you can't get at least a 7, we're going to have to call it, you know, quits. We're going to just hire someone else. Joanne says she wants to be the woohoo guy for a little while. Joanne, you've got the worst voice in the world. No, you can't take voice lessons for that. That's not going to... You're just like a problem, you know? Like, if I wasn't here talking into a microphone, having speakers blaring back into my ears, you know, I wouldn't be able to tolerate it. I'd probably just be like, that's it. I'm done. I can't deal with this life anymore. Do you hear her filing? Zabrowski file. Zabrowski. She's always with the Zabrowski file. Listen, open up the Zabrowski file. See what's in there. Maybe take a couple notes. Oh, I'm going to need to get this, that, and other thing for Zabrowski. You drop it in. Get the yoo-hoo. Don't forget, 6 more for tomorrow, Joanne. Put it on the table with a little note. Zabrowski, sorry for the delay. Hope you enjoy a yoo-hoo on me too. Me who, yeah. and then you're good, you know. Still have a problem, you know, with you napping on the job. Like, I don't know what that was about. Again, 50 doll hairs. Pew. I'm just counting them out one by one. Blonde. Today I got blonde doll hairs. She's walking away with 450 today. No, but Mark, please, I need my 500 doll hairs. She sells it on the open market. Yeah, you should have read the contract, Joanne. Anyway, look, I appreciate each and every one of you. I do want to share something that happened. I dropped this earlier today, and I do think it's probably one of the funniest things. But I really think everything we do here is kind of silly and funny. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, absolutely freaking crazy. No, what we did at the end of the show was even better with Juniper Berries. Juniper, seriously? Like, they're not going to say goodnight to Juniper Berries? Like, Joanne had a problem with that yesterday. That's coming out, I think, tomorrow. I'm going to probably drop that clip. But we did Karate Kid Situation today, which was pretty cool. And it looks like live comedy moment worked. We kind of just fulfilled that, but we're gonna play you something as well. You are aware, obviously, what's happening with Back to the Future, Mark. He's coming back as somebody else in the current time. Elon Marks. Look, you gotta worry. It's Elon Marks. He's there doing it. Tesla. I was like, I'm gonna come up with Tesla. I'm alive, 2 bodies, same time. Look, when you're Back to the Future, Mark, you can inhabit like 50 people at once if you wanted. I only usually did me and then one other, like Michelangelo, and I'm there at the same time. You know what I mean? And that was cool. Like when I was Ferdinand Magellan and I circumnavigated the globe, like I was also at the same time, I was the Prince of Spain. And just there, you know, keeping an eye on Mark Jellin. I wanted to make sure I did everything right. So if I needed to intercede in one of the journeys, you know, oh, you're not going the right way, Mark Jellin, you gotta go that way. Yeah, that way is where you go, and you want to circle the globe, right? You're not here going to try to find land, Mark Jellin. No, you're trying to do a circle-a-roo around the globe, so you can show people and tell them, look, it's not flat. Look, I did a full circle. The reality is, when you got that far, it just did like this weird, like you're the compass. Yeah, that thing starts doing like one of these. You're like, where am I? And like the Curse of the Black Pearl, Johnny Depp comes out of nowhere. Yeah. And all of a sudden you've got, like a Johnny Depp Black Pearl situation in Pirates of the Caribbean. And you're doing a Pirates of the Caribbean situation. All of a sudden you got one, you got the peg leg and a hook, and you're walking around going, arr, on the friggin' ship, and you're out there, you're trying to figure out just how to, get that vulture away, because you got one good one and you got the hook. So you're trying to hook the friggin' vulture. Not successful. He keeps dipping in and out. Sort of like Batmark, just able to get through, And so Hooky, we called you Hooky, and you're hooking people on the freaking ship, right? What the hell am I talking about? Captain Hook over there, right? I mean, like, you were there with Johnny Depp. He was the captain. And you're there, like, you can't wait to get your piece of gold, And you're like, parlay? And, you had to take a dive, dead man's dive. Is that what they called it? Something like that. And you went and jumped off the planks. You did a plank, in. When you dove in, the shark, they got you. At least that leg. That's why you had the peg and then your one hand, which is why we call you Hooky, When you are inhabiting a hook guy on a ship and you're just kind of like second mate, I'm like, I wasn't the captain. It would have been pretty cool if I'm walking around, arr, arr, I'm getting that vulture today, arr, but no, I was like second mate. They're like, yeah, hey, Hooky, go friggin' open up that, we need to open up that mast. Get that mast going, Hooky. I'm hooking a friggin' rope trying to get that knot. They did a freaking sailor's knot on me. I'm trying to hook the sailor's knot with my old hook. No good. And that's where they were like, we're calling that guy Hooky. You see what he's doing over there? He's trying to hook the friggin' rope. First time through, I snapped that rope. I sharpened that hook. I got to get that vulture. All right. So that hook, you could go and right through a fish. You're gutting the fish, throwing it on the, the fire. I don't know if I forget if we really made. I don't think we did fires on the ship. No, no. But I was gutting and then eating them, sushi style. But when you got a hook, you better like fashion that hook into like a shank in a way. Like if you're not shanking people on a ship, Pirates of the Caribbean style, and you got the hook / peg going, and also you're wearing. I don't know if you really had something wrong with your eye or if you just thought it was appropriate to cover one of your eyes so you could be like, arr, and they're like, oh my goodness, it's one-eyed Hooky. When you were one-eyed Hooky and the guy over there's like, hey, Hooky, and you're like, arr, arr. Like, no, over here, arr. And you Hooky, we got to get the friggin' fly, Hooky. But the problem is Hooky fashioned that thing into a ship. When he went like this to get that fly, put it right through his hand. Yeah, now he has 2 hooks. He's walking around double hooks. That's why, Hooky really stuck, after he had the double hook situation going on. Look, if you're not going to be okay with a guy sitting at the table with 2 hook shivs, and just like grabbing the chicken and then like, cutting it up, Baraka style from Mortal Kombat, and taking that chicken with the same hook and just throwing it in the air because you can't get too close. I mean, he's kind of mastered like taking that carcass and just eating it off of the, hook. But, it's tough when he needs to go to the bathroom. That one, doesn't, he smells really bad. He's not able to do a cleaneroo. Like, how you doing? Oh yeah, that's right. He's doing like the jump in the water situation and hope that works. No, that doesn't work. You need to do some, you can't rub up against a barnacle, be like, yeah, I'm good to go. You're not good to go. No, you're smelling pretty terrible and you got a barnacle in your butt now. Yeah. No, look, it's okay. You got a little barnacle in your hiney butt. And you're dealing with it, but the important thing is, the barnacle acts like a little bit like toilet paper, so you're kind of working with like, a head start next time around, but, we feel bad for Hooky. Bottom line. Poor Hooky. Hooky had it really bad when he was trying to clean himself on the barnacle. And another shark came and took the other leg. Double pegs, double hooks. Arr! Had that parrot on his shoulder and a stupid eye covered. Hooky. They still talk about Hooky. Like, you could go into any pirate museum and be like, can you tell me about Hooky? They're like, oh, you mean the double hook guy with the double friggin' peg legs with the parrot on his shoulder and the eye that's covered? We didn't know if there was anything wrong with his eye, but he just had the eye covered. We think there's a story that old Hooky, he's there doing his hook thing, and he took that friggin' shiv, and he went like this, and he grabbed the patch, and he picked it up, and he's looking like this because he needed to see what was going on over there, and he couldn't turn, he had a bad neck that day. He woke up on the wrong side of the stone. And when he got up, he couldn't turn his neck. So he's like, I need to be able to see. I got to see what's going on in the sea. And he took the shiv hook, opened up his eye, and he goes, they're coming. And so he could tell that they were coming. And there was a story. Like, this is a worldwide story. You go and talk Blackbeard? No. Hooky McGee. Are you kidding me? Hooky McGee? You can't be a Hooky McGee. Second mate? Hooky. Arr, that's Hooky. Geez, hey Hooky, do me a favor. Why don't you sit down and put those friggin' peg feet up there? Yeah. You think you got a parrot thing going on. Teach that parrot how to say a few things like, hey, Hooky, you want me to get that for you? Like, what are we talking about over here? You can't teach Hooky's parrot to be like like a service parrot? I got a service parrot named, Chester. Chester is my parrot. And when I want to do stuff, Chester simply says, what can I do for you, Hooky? Can I get that for you, Hooky? Yeah, Chester. Get that for me. It's in the books. You got to read more. You got to look up the ancient documents. You're not looking up the ancient documents. What are you looking at? I went to Google. You did a Google? I'm sorry. I sometimes am just questioning reality. Like, you're there doing a Google? I'm on Google. First of all, now you're tracked. They're tracking the friggin' hell out of you. No, I just was looking this. Yeah, they got that. They got a friggin' profile on you. Yeah. You got to do it like, if you're thinking about it, you better duck go it. You duck go it, and you get yourself behind scene. You're not talking about a Google anymore, okay? But you can't get your information from a Google. They tell you what they want you to hear. And you're going to sit there and take it? That's great. Yeah, no, this is good. Let me get 4 of them in my shelter. You took the information in. Hooky McGee was, he was a pirate ahead of his time, really, if you think about it. He was the first pirate, on record with a double hook situation. First pirate on record with a double, peg leg situation going on. And also with a service parrot. That's like on, you go and look in the books. They're like, first service parrot ever, Chester McGee. They call look, it was Hooky McGee's parrot. So they went with Chester McGee. Chester McGee was the first service parrot ever. I just can't believe you didn't know that. Like, I don't know. You know what it is? You can't find those encyclopedias anymore. You got to search back. This is pre-73. You want to find anything on Hooky McGee? Anything on Chester McGee, the parrot? That says, what can I get for you, Hooky? You got to go pre-73. Pre-73 is where all the goods are. Yeah, that's where they tell you all the stuff. Then they were like, we can't let people know about Hooky. Look, Hooky. The thing about Hooky is this. People are like, if everybody learns about Hooky, then you're going to have people who are like, I'm going to go for it. If Hooky could do it, that became a bumper sticker. If Hooky could do it. Hooky did it. Double hook style, sharpened them to a shiv, pegging it. They're coming. How's that eye doing over there? Look good to me when you picked it up with your shiv hook and you took a look over there with your stiff neck. What did you do to your neck last night? I slept on the rock wrong. Oh, you slept on the... Okay. Where are you sleeping? You're sleeping on a friggin' rock, Hooky? It feels good on my hooks. It feels good on his hooks. What are we talking about? Hooky McGee. This friggin' guy. Hooky. If they had made a statue of Hooky, it's the first thing that would have been taken down. Yeah, they're going to rip down the Hooky statue. Oh, we can't have a Hooky. Hooky was the most prejudiced, racist pirate of all. Oh, well, how do you figure? Well, because he had the hooks. And because he had the pegs. That's just freaking racist. They ripped him down. They would have. They would have been like, we got to find any Hooky, memorabilia there is, and tear it to shreds. Let's do it in a public square. We're going to light it in effigy. Hooky. Poor Hooky. He's rolling around the sea right now. Double hook situation. He got a swordfish down there. Now he's wearing that on his face. Swordfish on his face. Double hook situation. Peg legging it. The parrot went down with him too. What can I do for you, Brigham? They're having problems breathing below water. That I get, That one makes sense to me. So anyway, if Hooky really, doesn't get his fair share of publicity in 2022, I'm going to go and write my first book about Hooky. Hooky and the story about a pirate that was misunderstood. The story of Hooky, a pirate that just never gave up. Arr! Hooky, the first pirate to train a parrot to be a service parrot. By Menon. When you get to the by Menon, that is the end of the bit. You gotta understand, you can't go beyond that. Hooky's done. He's gone now. We put Hooky in the freaking dead man's grave there. As you just roll him into the sea. See you, Hooky. Arr, he was still alive. We didn't know. We weren't, like, that was the thing. We had no idea. Hooky fell asleep for a few days. He was just like, he had a couple of too many, and like Hooky's there. First of all, when Hooky takes his hookies into a barrel of whiskey, he sometimes will literally break the thing, and it's like, what do I do? He took the thing, it was pouring all over him. We couldn't smell that, though. We all had colds that day. And so we couldn't smell the alcohol on him, and Hooky's there. He wasn't, like, it didn't look like he was breathing at all. So we're like, Hooky was a good pirate. Yar, he used to get his gold shillings, and he couldn't spend them because of his friggin' hooks. But he had them. And so, Hooky, we say goodbye to you, and we wish you well, and you go into Davy Jones' locker. And he kicked him off into the air. He's going off the ship. I'm still alive! Oh my goodness, Hooky! Who cares? He only had the hooks. He had freaking 2 hooks, and this starts to be like the consensus. Who cares? He had freaking 2 hooks. That guy was more of a problem for us, right? I mean, you want to share your shillings with Hooky? Then you go get Hooky. You bring him back on. You share your spoils with Hooky. You take your care. I got 10 pieces of gold. You're going to give Hooky 5 then. Go get him. I'm good with, like, we had a cool thing with this guy, Hooky, and he died, you know? He died. He was just like, he died, and we rolled him in Davy Jones' locker. What? No, that's not insensitive. Hooky got a good run. Guys, let's be honest. Hooky had a heck of a friggin' run. And you guys want to bring him back from the dead? I know he's not dead yet, but you want to bring him back from potentially dead? And you, am I the only one? You guys are going to sit there quiet and let me make this decision? Huh? Captain Clark? Guys, look, I'm not going back in for him. I'm good. All right, Hooky was a good guy. He was a good pirate, but as soon as he lost that other friggin' hand, and he went double hook style, I'm sorry. Look, as the captain of this ship, I don't need a double hook situation while we're trying to go and plunder. You want to go plunder? Double hook situation? You're right. No, he was very good on offense. When we needed to go and we needed to plunder and jump from ship to ship, and somehow we have him start at the top, so he would do like the zip line situation. Arr! And he would always get a couple of bad pirates. Yeah, maybe you guys think we should get Hooky back and just like keep him in a cage, right? And then every once in a while when we need to take him out to fight, you know, where we're like, we're going to take over that ship over there. We get Hooky out, right? Hear me out. We still got, he's trying to swim with the hook hands. I think he may be having a tough time, guys. He's got pegs for legs. He's got hooks for hands. And he's got a eye patch on. That probably fell off. But we were pretty sure his eye is fine, right? Like, Schooner, you saw him jump over and do the situation where he's wiping his hiney butt in the water. He needed to clean it off because he can't clean his butt with the hook hands. And didn't you say his eye looked fine? There was no like weirdness to it when he looked out to the left to see that they were coming. Arr. Look, I'm prepared to take the lead here and say Hooky was a good man. He was a good pirate. And he died a good pirate. Shut up, Hooky!
We can still hear. We're trying to say your goodbyes. You're there screaming up to us. I am still alive. Arr, arr, come save me. Somebody pushed me in. Yeah, we pushed you in. We thought you were friggin' dead. Will you die already? We're trying to do an obituary for you. Live. We're doing a live obituary. Yeah, no, did you see Carcass over there? Yeah, he didn't want you to stay either. Listen, you guys got to get rid of the flies on the ship. Okay, first of all, why don't I have a ship here? That would have been much better. But you better get it together, guys, or else you're the next guy that goes over the edge. And we're not going to wait for you to wake up either to see if you're alive. Hooky, be quiet. No. We're not getting you. We've determined that you're nothing but a pain in the neck. And you always have those demands? Arr, can you help me with that? You're always asking if someone to help you with that? You know what? I think it's probably, I think it's about time we just move on, people. Let's just move on down the road, mosey on down the road. Don't listen to the screaming, okay? That is not Hooky. Hooky's gone, guys. That is a spirit of a demon taking over Hooky. Hooky, he died. Remember? We all saw him. He was dead. We kicked him off the side. Dead man's, Davy Jones' locker situation. He's there now. And a demon is trying to get us to come back. Well, you guys want demon on board? Black Pearl situation? Now our souls are damned. Because you guys wanted to save Hooky. Demon Hooky. This is Hooky the demon now. This is like, we're talking really sorcery type of stuff. I'm not going there. Hooky is dead to me. Hooky, no, I don't believe you when you say none of that's true. I believe it's true. I believe it's all true. No, we won't believe your lies that you love all of us, Hooky. We do not believe any of it. You are just a straight liar. Demon! Demon! Leave Hooky's body to rest in the sea. He died 15 minutes ago. You're going to pretend that you're Hooky and all of a sudden you got light and love coming out of your heart? No, I'm sorry. That wasn't the real Hooky anyway. Like, right, guys? You remember Hooky was a jerk, right? Walking around with that scowl on his friggin' face. Arr. He had the pirate, the stupid parrot had a scowl too. Arr. Arr. Like, who, I mean, seriously. If Hooky didn't die and, he was alive, who would have been happy that we still had Hooky? Okay, so a few of you would have been happy if Hooky didn't die. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're dead, dude. You are not an alive pirate anymore. You died. We rolled you off Davy Jones' locker. You were dead. Just because a demon's trying to come back on the boat right now to do a dead pearl, Black Pearl situation? No. We're not doing that with you, Hooky. Just let your hooks, the weight of your 8-pound hooks, just take you to the bottom of the sea. Demon be gone, How are those pegs doing? You're trying to tread water with a hook situation, double hook situation. You're doing the half legs because you got pegs, both sides. Arr, I'm still alive. You're not still alive. Guys, right? We all saw Hooky die. This is obviously some sort of, ghost trying to come back and take our souls now. You guys can't go get gold anymore and plunder. I want to plunder. I'm thinking if we plunder, we have a better chance without, a demon Hooky, Yeah, yes, you are a demon Hooky. You are the demon. You're not. No, you're not. We're not getting you. No. Just freaking die already. No, guys, it's not Hooky. That's not Hooky. Double hook situation. Come on. You guys know that double hook situation.
could never tread water for that long. He died in like now 25 minutes ago. I'm still alive. My heart is beating for you. Hooky, you never would have said that to anybody. Now all of a sudden your heart's beating for us? Yeah, demon in disguise. Look, I was always told that when someone is really being nice, it's because they're mean. Yeah, it was in a Bible or something like that. Bottom line is Hooky, yeah, we're going to leave him in the sea. I think it's the right thing to do. You guys are on board, right? Leave the demon in the sea. Okay, demon, Hooky, we wish you well. Please stop the screaming. We don't want to hear your lying tongue, the sound of the voice and the siren-esque type of thing where you're doing the work of the devil. No. We really did like Hooky when he was alive. It's too bad that a demon is attempting to take over his soul and come back. It was a shame. We did like Hooky, especially the way he would plunder ships with us. Like sometimes he would do a Wolverine situation, but as a single, adamanthian, he's single. It's also tough because, again, he's worth 7 pounds. Dude, Lucky was like jacked over here because he's always doing one of the Wolverine situations, And so he, when you've got chests like the size of an Olympian, and you're, I guess the treading water makes sense. Guys, maybe that is Hooky. Maybe Hooky is still alive. And that's not a demon. And maybe we should bring him back and we'll have a Hooky still. We'll have a double hook situation to go into the next plunder. What do you guys think? When you're doing a Pires of the Caribbean situation from the radio station 102.7, the peak, the jive, the vibe in it, we're doing it. When you're doing a vibing situation 2 hours and 7 minutes into the Renaissance Man Show. So guys, I wanted to just let you know that we officially are preparing for day 1103 in a row. And what are we going to do then, Mark? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to entertain the world. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid, Pinky and the Brain. Man, I miss that show. It was so good. It's like Orson Welles, right? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. I can't do that deep voice, but it was pretty cool, I have to say. Oh, fam and friends. I saw a funny tweet, and I responded to it here. But someone said, does anybody else know anybody who's been fully bugabooed and has CV right now? And I thought it was interesting because I just went upstairs and my wife said 3 of our friends, two husband, wife, and their kid all have it. And then I'm thinking about everybody else I know that's in the last 3 weeks got it. Family members. I was in the room with people twice and think over Christmas, and everybody got it. And I'm like, what the freaking heck? So everything that I've feared is coming true. I said things like, there's going to be a point where it's going to weaken the other people who did it. They're like weaken everything, and things are going to come along. It's going to be tough for them to get over it and to fight it. And we're here. And the first joke I heard that made me laugh, and it was true, was someone said this to me. They said, so your mask was more powerful than 3 bugaboos. And I was like, it's crazy because this isn't like a stop everything mask, right? The N95s are the best you can do, and the mask was more powerful than the 3 bugaboo situation because they all got it. They all had it and were spreading it around, and the masks worked. Now, some, the experts would say, well, because there's so many people bugabooed now, of course you're going to see a lot of cases. For 2 years, we were lied to, and they said, if you get it, you won't get it. Don't all of a sudden switch the narrative and tell me it's okay. You can't switch the narrative and tell me it's okay. It's not okay. For 2 years, you called everybody conspiracy theorists when they were just skeptical and asked questions. Now the things they were skeptical about have become founded and truth. And you just want to all of a sudden just glaze it over. Oh yeah, well no, that's just the way it is. We all get it. We just don't get it bad. I heard a story here. Someone said that their mother-in-law took it, and then a week later they were positive, and that Friday they were burying her. So I don't want to hear anything. I know somebody that was bugabooed, and they had a very hard time. For 2 weeks they were sick. So when you hear stuff like, but no, you don't get sick, it's another freaking lie that will change in 3 weeks or a month. Oh look, we got it wrong. We're getting close, guys, to that moment where they come out on the air and they say we got it wrong. We are getting close. I can sense it, because Lord Fraudchi came out a few weeks ago and he starts saying stuff like, look, the children that are going to the, hospital, the numbers are skewed, because if they go in there with like a broken foot and they're in there for CV and they have to go in for extended stay, they're considered a CV hospitalization. But they're not there for CV. They're there because they broke their leg, their foot, whatever. So the numbers have never been right. They've always been pushed to the extreme in order to create as much fear as possible to get you in line. And if you did, I respect your decision. I just want you to know that I do. I respect everybody's decision to do what they want with their body. And we should be allowed to do that. We are born in the freest and greatest country on the planet, and you can't take that away from me. You can't take that away from anyone. Respect people's decisions. You took the bugaboo, good for you. You didn't take the bugaboo, good for you. Shouldn't even ask people. I just think my issue is this. If you have faith in it, have faith in it, but when they start lying to you over and over and everything changes and all of a sudden they say, well, you're going to get it, but it won't be a bad case, but then it could be a bad case. At what point do you start saying, I'm sick of the lies? At what point do you start saying, I want to be part of that skepticism? I'm really just asking because I don't know at what point I broke and I was just like, I'm sick of it all. Stop lying to us. Honestly, it was before day one. But for everybody else, I know it takes you time to gather and then to say, okay, I've had enough, first of all. And secondly, I can sense what's true and what's not. I tune in anything and I'm just like, ugh. As soon as I hear about how the demise of America was this, this group, I'm like, stop breaking people into groups. What are we talking about here? Stop breaking people into groups, into colors. It's those people that are the racists, I believe. It's the ones that are always talking about race. It's like, what the freak, man? Our time here is short. Don't spend time thinking and talking about stupid things, all right? Especially things, this is 2022. Get your head out of your butt if you're thinking like they were back in 1960. This is a time to respect people for their decisions, for their actions, and for their thought. Whatever it is, respect it. Don't respect everybody's actions because sometimes they're jerks. But at the end of the day, when someone is showing themselves to be kind and they're kind, then open your heart up and welcome them in. But keep your eyes open. There's a lot of friggin' snakes out there. And you guys know that. I know it. This is a show. It's been live for over 3 years in a row, every single day. And I find it interesting and almost completely inspiring and motivational that we are only here and the only people who know about this show is the Wages World program and a troll show that tries to take my program down. You know what? that is the most amazing thing in the world to me, because it reminds me of an old quote that I don't know how it goes, but it's something like, first they ignore you, second they laugh at you, something like this. Anybody know that quote? Can someone tell me what it is? Pop it on the screen. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, and then there's all like it's four things to the quote. Someone see if they could pop that up and find that for me. Actually, I could probably do it myself here and say it, because that's what it reminds me of. I'm at the point now where they're trying to, poke fun at a guy who's live and putting positivity out in the world, and like they think it's going to affect me. It's just a funny thing, to be honest. But at the end of the day, what it reminds me is the evil of the world trying to stop the positivity in this world, right? Hold on one second. Let me see. I want to see if I can find this. Okay. First they ignore you. Okay, then here we go. This is it. The quote is, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. And it was Mahatma Gandhi who said that. Interesting. So first they ignore you, which is kind of what we've gotten from the world for 3 years straight. Then they laugh at you. This is what apparently these trolls have been doing. Then they fight you, which we've been getting, right? And then you win. So we're at step 2 or 3 right now. Not bad to be at step 2 or 3, right? We're doing it. I'm a step 2 or 3 in it. Let's do it, right, fam? And at the end of the day, this is the most important thing that needs to be understood. This show is filled with love, but at the end of the day, if someone wants to take me on intellectually and have a one-on-one, I'm fine with that, In fact, that's why I want to interview people always and talk about things, because a conversation about each other's creative thought is what I'm interested in. And no one's right. It's just a matter of allowing it to breathe. And if we could do that together, we're going to uncover some pretty cool information about each other and hopefully some pretty cool debates. Now, I don't know who to get on first. I don't know who the heck can join us. So if you guys have anybody in mind, let me know and let's get them on the show. It could be, I know a guy who owns a landscape business and he did this really cool thing or whatever, an inventor, or I don't really care really. If anybody just we're going to do a lot of stuff where we're having people on, but I like the idea of a Zoom call or potentially talking about cool topics and having different impressions, So that's what I'm thinking about. I want to get that going and start really digging deeper into the human condition here, It's a very interesting time to be alive. It really is. And again, what happened yesterday? I want to share something with you. Having like an affirmation, a reminder, a rekindling of that quote, that when you get to the point where you're doing something obviously so right that there's a group of people threatened enough to try to take it down, that's a pretty cool thing, I'm like, okay, there's a show out there that's got some sort of weird jealousy for this program. That's crazy, right? We've been suppressed for 3 years. It's a creativity thing. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, when we create as much as we do, I could see that being a threat to another creator. I could. And all I can say is I'm here to show up every day and enjoy these moments with you guys. And hopefully we can build something positive together. Hopefully we can reach the light of this world before it's too late and squash out the darkness that clearly exists and only exists on this platform in the shadows. The ultimate positivity platform has an evil edge to it. Isn't that freaking poetic? The world can't find us. We have evil trying to stop us, and we're building light. And it's only based on a group of people that found us through the Wages World program, which is a show about the sun. It makes me want to show up for friggin' 4 hours every single 10 hours. I want to come out here twice a day for 4 hours. Knowing that that right now evil is trying to stop me. I freaking love it. I'm so excited and energized to take on this freaking world right now, knowing that. Opposite effect. What? Bang biggity boo! You're telling me you're putting that much negativity towards the positivity platform? Bang biggity miggity boo. When you're doing it, right? And you're threatening them with that positivity? We gotta try to take that guy down. Oh, okay. Isn't that hilarious, guys? BDP got a recommendation on his channel from the Renaissance Man. You know what, guys? If we will it to be so, then people are going to show up to this freaking platform by the dozen. And it's not going to be the trolls. We know they're going to be here. You guys are awesome. I don't even pay attention. It doesn't even bother me. But the point is, it just inspired me. I just think about how freaking awesome that is. Like, there's two types of people in this world. People who are threatened and all of a sudden back down and go into their corner and they're just like, oh, good, I can't handle it anymore. And then there's people who just freaking relish it. They can't wait to take it on. And they're like, wait a second, so everything I've done for 3 years when I looked down and did get discouraged just was reaffirmed and totally boosted up to the next level by a bunch of trolls that thought they were going to do the other thing, which was get me to fall into some sort of weirdness? No, I'm sorry. You just inspired me to write 30 freaking films this year and come out with 74 albums. Oh, bang, biggity, boo. The world is about to be overloaded with positivity from this show. You don't understand it. This is the show that never ends. This is the show that's filled with light from the source, the creator of everything. You can't stop that. That can only be evolving into greatness if you show up with me and we do it together. This world, there's so much opportunity left. Let's not allow any of the negativity to stop us from living our greatest life. And we do it here every single day forever. No matter who tries to come in here and affect our positivity. At the end of the day, think about it for what it is. We must be doing something right, fam. And I said this yesterday, for anybody who is a mod and who comes in and that happens again, let people say what the freak they want, okay, guys? If it's hate speech, we get rid of it. But if someone has something negative to say about the show, send some positivity back to him. Oh, really? Oh, well, you know, if you don't like this song, Mark's going to be doing some comedy in a few minutes, and he's going to inspire us after that. So stick around for a little while. If they're a troll, let them be a troll. At the end of the day, what we have to do is let people express themselves. And if they're saying things that aren't true, and we know they aren't true, it shouldn't bother us. We should just respond with positivity, you know? Red Storm nailed it. It just proved the impact of this program. And it also, like I said, inspired me so much. I can't wait to do 2 shows tomorrow. Guys, we're doing 2 shows. I'm going to be snowed in, I think, for the morning. So I'm going on around 10 a.m. We're doing a 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. because I have a 12 o'clock showing, I assume. I hope it's still on. Selling real estate is what I do during the day. Tomorrow morning, we'll be doing a real estate segment going over what I meant to do today, which is what to invest in 2022. And I want to hear from everybody. So if you could join us on that topic and share your part, where you are in this country and what your market is like currently. You know, I got to say, I really, really enjoy this new setup that we have here. You know, we're dealing with with this radio backdrop. This is a good backdrop, right, guys? Yeah, BDP, that's a very interesting thing to say. I've heard that before. I think it was actually it was Gary Vee who said something like that. He says, and you know what? It's funny that now I'm realizing what he said is the same way the same way it resonates with me. He said something like, I feel bad for them, and he said, and it only makes me want to do better for my people, because to know that someone's in that bad a place that they have to go after someone coming from a positive, he's like, they lose every time. And the way he said that was interesting, because somebody going after something positive because it makes them feel different than the negativity makes them feel is on them and not on you. And that's why I said, you guys don't see this because something's on the screen when this happens, but if I do look over and see some sort of weird comment that I know is just some chooch, I actually go like, I do one of those, I go, because I'm actually thinking to myself, what a moron. You know, like, this is a live improvisation show for 1,102 days in a row. There's never been a script, and we've done over 113 24-hour days worth of content here. And I've challenged everybody to find something bad. There's 1,800 pieces of content. Find me something bad. It's been a challenge for a while. I'm still waiting for someone to send me comments from a link that says, you put this out? Because everything happens in the moment here, so it's all interesting. Whether it's great or good or inspiring or fun or makes you laugh or makes you cry, it happened live in the second. And there is nothing better than that creation. I don't want to see something that someone sat down with a pen and wrote over a 3-month period in order to make it perfect. I want to create something here in the moment and have some raw, edges to it. And for some reason, the edges get kind of buffed out by the time I edit it, and it becomes these powerful, epic masterpieces. I mean, I know they're my songs, it's crazy to say, but some of these songs are crazy masterpieces where the looping and all the crazy vocal looping, and then the hook that came out of nowhere at the very end, like... This is after I jammed in that song for 30 minutes, and then I sang a bunch of lyrics, and then I came up with... You got to go away. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that didn't happen until I finished the whole song. I don't know anything I'm doing. I don't even know what the chords are I played here. Do you know that? No idea what I played. We write it live and then we move on to the next one. 4 feature films. I'm going to do another feature film. I don't want to go back. I'll look at them. We'll share them. We're going to watch them here occasionally. I'm going to do a full day. We're doing a 24-hour Markathon one of these days, guys, by the way, where it's going to be all my feature films back to back because we're going to have I'm doing 12 albums at a minimum. 12 feature films at a minimum this year. It's amazing how quickly everything shifted, huh, guys? Just the other day, I'm like, okay, I'm going to scale it back. I'm going to do a 30-minute show a day. I'm going to do 10 minutes here. Just, hey, what's up, guys? Freak that. Dropping 12 films, 12 albums, live every day forever. Thank you, trolls, for inspiring me again. Oh, it's such a wonderful thing. First, they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Oh, man, I love that. Thank you, Gandhi, for reminding me of that quote that I forgot forever about and where I am in that friggin' journey. Ignored for 3 years, well, 2 years, until they started trying to do this campaign, smear campaign. Now we're here. We're here at the, let's try to, laugh and let's see if we can make fun of it. Let's fight them. Loving it. Can we do the Burger King commercial here? Loving it. When you're loving it, you don't want to go away right now. I'm doing a freaking show for the rest of my life. We're staying live till freaking next year. Longest running daily show that never went off the air ever again. By Menon. I could think about this for 1 second. I could set up all of my movies back to back, run them all day one day, come on at 10 o'clock at night, freaking push play again. They run all the way till I come to the back the next day. I'm live, and we leave that stream rolling for 57,246 days in a row. Bang, biggity, boo! Then you call Guinness. You're like, the stream's still live. What? It's still live? Yeah, he's 84. Great grandkids now. Same stream, still gone. By men, and Guinness had that at the end. They're like, Mark Pires, longest stream in the history of time, 74 years. By Menon. It was really by Markin, but whatever. You get Mark Dellett on that one too. They changed it from by Markin to by Menon. Actually worked better in a weird way. Guys, yes, Red Storm, re-inspired is the best way of saying it. You know what it is? It's kind of an interesting thing because in a way I was like, you know, when you're creating so much, you're just hoping that people understand that it's going on. So in a way I found out there's a whole group of people that know I'm doing this. They just specifically don't support it. Think about that for a second. It's a massive group of people that do see what we do here, and they specifically shade it and are negative because they're trolls, and they're trying to destroy. And then also we only are having this family here because of wages, the sun, the light of this universe that comes in and brings the positivity together. So it's light against darkness. And this battle here is the foreground for what will eventually be us taking over this planet with this show. Believe it, because it's happening. They just freaking confirmed it for me. These freaking mental case idiots just confirmed for me what we're doing with this show and where it is going. So in a weird way, because in life, every opportunity could be a negative or a positive. Every single thing in your life could become something, and everything that rubs you the wrong way could actually be the thing that's a catalyst towards the greatness in your life. This is unreal. That what I thought was like such a gross thing and a slimy thing to go after, like a really positive show. You know, we joke it's the ultimate positivity platform. I think it is. I don't know. But okay, a really, really positive show. That's about live music and comedy and making people feel good. I'm like, that's icky. What would they, how could you even go after this? Someone shows up every day. Now I'm realizing where we are in that we're like step 2, step 3 situation, guys. Fuel in the friggin' tank. That's what I'm talking, is a little fuel in the tank. When you got fuel in that tank because they inspired you, it's like you never know how people are going to respond. And I should have known better because every time that's happened, I handle it the way I handle it. And it's always with me doing my show. If you guys are curious, the first 22 minutes of tonight's show may have been the best improvisation of my life. Do you want to know why? Because they were all in the chat, just waiting to try to peel me apart. Guess who showed up and friggin' ripped the place apart? Just remember that. You're not on the show of someone who's going to give up. You clearly know that. But you are absolutely on a show with a guy who will friggin' fight till the end of time with you. And I won't let anybody try to get over on us. There's been a lot that's happened here recently. And a lot of times I'm learning things after the fact. But I do have to say, people obviously aren't always as they seem, but we have such a strong family here, a strong community that is only going to grow because we understand what the world needs. We do it here. And I guarantee you we're going to find other people along the way that try to do the same exact thing. They try to take down the light. They want to chop down the light. They want to shut off the light. Let's get the darkness. Let's get back to the darkness. So just be prepared. This is going to be a normal thing for us. This isn't a one-timer. Once we destroy the walls that have been around this program for the last 3 years, and we are going to destroy it, it's going to be a lot of that. But you know what else we're going to have in the chat? We're going to have a lot of fighters. We're going to have a lot of love within all that. You see, in life, we deal with rotten people on a daily basis. But if you're standing in a room and there's 10 people, there's maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 rotten people in that group. You're still overpowered by that positivity. The issue is those other 7 are typically categorized. Oh, there's 2 white people, there's 2 black people, there's 2 Chinese people, and there's 1 person who's deciding to call themselves something else. They're non-binary, whatever. And instead of saying, okay, here's 7 positive people, you guys are human beings and you're positive, and these, we split everybody up specifically, and it's not by accident. This is an intentional separation of energy. You know, there's a quote that was said in the Bible a very long time ago, and choose if you will to read this book or reference this, but when two or more are gathered in my name, I am there with them, I believe, something like that. I'm among them, something like this. I don't know the quote completely, but something like that. But the point is this: when we gather, when we are together on a thought, on a feeling, on this show, in the moment, we are sending out so much love into this universe. And no matter who shows up thinking they can affect that, the only thing they're doing is spinning their wheels. Because at the end of the day, I've said this since day one, nothing can stop me but me, and the only thing different between myself. Why do I always get that one wrong? The only difference between me and my physical heart is I will never give up. I know one day my heart will. I'm going to show up until that happens. It's one of the craziest things I've ever taken on in my life. But someone's got to freaking do it. Someone's got to take on the evil of the world. The question is, you guys want to fight with me? You want to come with me and take on the world together? Because I can't do it all alone. I gotta say, yesterday we had amazing family members here that were, what was it? I think Pamela called it Whack-A-Troll. She called it Whack-A-Troll. I thought it was hilarious. They were playing Whack-A-Troll yesterday. And again, I think, you know, going forward, people come on, they can express themselves as long as it's not hate speech. You know, we're gonna allow a lot of stuff to stay. But the point is, send love back to these people. Right now, there's 18, 19 people here. You guys are all family members. You guys are filled with love and light. You see something negative come through and you know it's not true. We are here living in the moment. It's hard to rip something down that's in the moment. And if you do that, you're just an idiot. And that's the whole point of what I see when I see Eddie trolling. I'm like, okay, this is not a scripted show that this is all planned out and we're going to do this now, we're going to do that now. And you can be like, this sucks. I hate your format. Well, I don't freaking have a format, dude. So you clearly don't know where you are and you should exit where you came. But if you're open to sticking around for a little while, you're about to see some magic happen. Because every single day we don't have any idea where we're going and we create something. How unreal is it that this is a creation show? I was thinking about it. Forget about saying this is a song about writing songs and writing comedy. This is a creation show. There is nothing better than creation, and this show is entirely about creation. Every single second, from the stream start until this, is a creation show. I don't want to have some sort of script team. Oh, Mark, you got to say this. I don't need comedy writers. I need the moment. I need to access the moment. And that's it. I just want the moment, and I want to breathe in that moment and realize I'm there. And as soon as I do that, this happens. As soon as I do that, this happens. Soon as I can stop everything for 1 second and shut off the noise and be here with you. Right here. This is where everything is. Yesterday's over. Tomorrow doesn't exist. We are here in this second. And it's eternal. If we choose not to let it stop, we can slow down and theoretically stop time. We just did it for a moment. The question is, can we control it for longer? Can we together manage to step away from time itself? Man, I love this show. So, fam and friends, we did it again, didn't we? I hope you've checked out my feature films. There are 4 of them. The latest one is The Wolf of Crypto. Peter Bishop doing it. And when you're Peter Bishop, yeah, Cheryl, I think you're right. The bots, the only thing we know the bots are the things that are like VGO.IFQ. Those get the friggin' hell out of. Like Hickschnock-driven levers. Remember I'm doing all those stupid things with the names last week? Those can go. But real people, they come in, they want to be chooches, let them be chooches, send love back at them. And just remind people what they're here to do, which is to have a good time, and that there are a lot of other programs that can do that, but this isn't where we do that. And if you want to do that, that's fine. That's on you. You could do that. But remember, we're here to love and give light to everybody around us. And man, do I love doing that. Oh, looks like we have one of them. Vaystar, how are you, my brother? So good to see you. So yeah, guys, this has just been so much fun. Honestly, just having that reinvigoration, just coursing through my veins for that moment there is unbelievable. Feeling that reminder that what we do here is not only important, but it is being recognized. And that when somebody clearly attempts to try to stop the progress you're making, you could choose to be like, or you could be inspired by that. And I just took it to a whole different level here. This is unreal. I'll be here twice tomorrow. And twice the next day. Let's blow it out of the water. It's like looking down and seeing 222. Every time I look down, I see 222 or 111, 333. I'm like, okay, guardian angel situation. Keep going, dude. Keep going. Don't ever think about anything, but just keep going. And I always hear that, but then stuff like this happens where you're like, holy freaking cow. Only wages, fam. The sun, and then a troll group. It's like, sun versus evil. It's like the funniest thing in the world. Truman Show situation, right? And I'm like, yes, the battleground is here before we take on the friggin' world. Oh man, it's unreal, you know, and you start to see it, the big picture. You're standing back from it, and you're like, oh my goodness, a Mahatma Gandhi situation. You're doing a Mahatma Gandhi situation. I didn't know you were onto that one, you know, the first they ignore you situation. This is a good one. That's a good one. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne. No, thank you. She wanted to know if I can, you know, give her a recommendation for a foot massage. I don't know anybody who does foot massages, Joanne. God almighty. Imagine rubbing Joanne Soros's foot. Ooh, the corns on that thing. Right? Oh, famine friends. So, the synchronicity thing is unbelievable, Chris. It's unfriggin' real. And I see it everywhere now. No matter where I go, I'm just like, wait a second. This has gotta be something. And I spoke to someone recently who's very, very connected spiritually, and they said, yeah, if you see stuff like that and you're starting to see more and more, that means you're getting closer and closer to your true self, and your guardian angels are telling you to keep on the path that you're on. And I think to myself, you know, yeah, I get it, but it's a tough road when no one's seeing what you're creating, these great things. Every time something new comes out, I'm like, all right, well, maybe this one will be the one that just kind of gets through, and people are like, oh, we have a couple 100,000 views on something, and it still never happened. But the point is, that may never happen. The point is this: these people just inspired me to not only show up tomorrow and every day like I always do anyway, but the fire is like just got stronger and brighter, you know, where I'm just like, oh man, thank you for letting me know I'm freaking killing it. I had no idea I was killing it. Thank you. I couldn't tell. I couldn't really tell because we have our family here. But I was like, nobody's there. But when you become the joke, when you're a creation show, and then there's like an attempt to make that the joke, that's freaking fire in your... That's not like, I put some 86 in my tank. I got freaking jet fuel now. Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo! I'm working with jet fuel. Oh, you didn't get the 86 unleaded with the friggin' sand at the bottom? No, I didn't fill my tank with a sandy gasoline situation. I got the jet fuel. I got Roadrunner fuel. I'm doing like a beep beep, and I'm doing a Roadrunner. Oh yeah, I'm doing a Roadrunner today, 13,000 in a row. Oh my goodness. We're going to be on TV on that day, by the way, and on Sirius XM radio for 4 hours a day. Just letting you know. You need to express where things will go. This show will be on XM radio. I don't know why it's not yet, but we're here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We should be doing 3-4 hour shows every day on the radio, and then we're live every night for an hour or two on TV. So let's just will it into being, guys. I don't know how we meet the person that makes that happen, but it's going to happen. And we will laugh about the days that these people were trying to get to me. And you can also laugh about the fact that there's no way to get to Mark. I've been here for over 1,100 days in a row. You think someone's going to come along and affect that? I'm here for you. I'm here for the ones that understand that what we're doing here is magical. And it has purpose. And even if it inspires you to do something great in this second or tomorrow, it has extreme purpose. So, keep inspiring me. You know what I mean? That's so funny. BDP said, do people still use XM? I don't even know. I think it's called Sirius XM, but I don't listen to any of them, you know? Oh my goodness. Anna said that Adam and Dex are having health issues and they're trying. I hope everything's okay. I was sending out some love to Adam, Marfugel, and Dex. Adam is actually, he's a family friend of ours. And he sometimes will come in and hang out in the show. You may randomly see it. It's been a while. He's been busy. But it was actually a pretty cool thing. We were here one day and we're, kicking with our small group. And Adam Marfugel's hanging out with us in the chat for a while. And he's got like 40,000 people watch him when he's live. And he was hanging out with our 10, 15 people. And it was really cool. And he's so cool. He's mentioned our show a handful of times on his program. And that really means a lot. I actually made a clip for him a while back of Trumper. I was like, are you kidding me? The Barfugel show, we're doing it. We're winning big league. And I told him I'd love to do anything, if he has any characters he wants on the show. Like, I'd love to do anything for Adam. He's a great guy. And all other creators too. Like, it's kind of like an open thing that we haven't really talked about. But if you watch another show, like for example, Johnny, our brother Johnny Canna, he watches a show daily that is about his business, the Canna industry. And he basically, they don't have a theme song. So I told him, I'm like, let me write a theme song for your show. Let me write theme songs for everybody, guys. I want to try to get in touch with Joe Rogan and write a theme song for a Joe Rogan podcast. He has his intro, but I want to write him a friggin' rock tune, with some friggin' blues in there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to write him a Joe Rogan song. I'm going to write songs for everybody, right? Let's do it. So give me a list. And then we'll send them off to them and see if they like it enough to have me on the show and talk about it. And maybe that's the way we get in front of some new people. You wrote a song for this radio show, for this YouTube show? Yeah, frick yeah. If I can help another creator get an awesome intro to their show, and it's my music, that's cool too. But if I can help them have an awesome intro to their show, I wrote Wages, a ridiculous song. I'd love to do that for people. I even said like Montegraph I don't think he has an intro song. Like I would love to do for Montegraph. He actually, I don't know if you call it love bombed or you call it whatever the other word is, rated. He rated us once before and we actually got Red Storm, I believe, came from Montegraph. A few other people came over from that Montegraph rave and they've been here ever since. And you know what? I love Montegraph. I subscribed to him right away because he did that. And then I watch him a lot. And he's great. I think Montegraph is great, but I didn't know who he was until he did that. That's why maybe we should do that, guys. Maybe we should love bomb some people. And then we can get them to get the love from us, and maybe they'll come back and sub to see the show and check out what we're doing. I don't know. Just an idea. And if we did that, then everybody, we have 21, we'd have to go in there and all 21 be like, hey guys, this is the Renaissance Man Show, just sending you some love. We're all trying to support each other here. I think we should start doing that, And as a family, we may actually wind up getting some new family members by doing that. I clearly joined Montegraph's family once when he did that, So that's interesting. Maybe we should consider that, doing some sort of love bomb of different channels that are live, that are struggling. They've got 15, 20 people on there as well, and see if we can build them up. And, I think that's something like North Shore Preppers did that as well. They came in and did that one night for us. So, and I subscribed to him. Great idea, and BDP likes it as well. That's awesome. S-Coop said some of us are Montas here. Yeah, so I think in general that definitely Montagraph helped us out by sending people over. Wages, of course, was love bombing us forever and a day. And the beautiful thing about Wages, I never asked him ever to do that. He's just amazing. And so Wages has always been open and sending his family over. And he became a family member very early on, Mark Wages. If you've not subscribed to Mark Wages yet, guys, he is the go-to for sun information and all events around the sun. And he's an amazing man. I love Mark Wages. He's my brother. So please give him a subscribe if you haven't yet. And I guess that's all I can say about where we are in this timeline, fam and friends. Hammerlin Jamison had a very short appearance yesterday. But we should do... Chris likes the idea. And S-Coop likes the room raid ideas as well. Granny. Oh man, Granny, you're crazy. You know what we should do then? Maybe tomorrow or this weekend we'll do a room raid and we'll send out some love to a family and see if we can get some of them to come back and check us out. We'll stay on the air for an hour or two more and keep doing our show and see if maybe will help us get in front of a few new people and get some new people to check out what we do. This is the year for this show. I hope you guys know that. 2022 is when this show explodes. It's a bell curve situation where it's like, I don't know, like, it's crazy, guys. It was just like, out in the freaking, like, what happened? So I look forward to that, fam and friends. And so, Anna Treos, BDP Racing, Cheryl Niles, Chris Donaldson, coming down City, Scrunny Page, wow, Jack Sobel, and Keith and Queen Brat. Curacao, Kathleen, Curacao, right? We're doing it. Mystery, you rock. And of course, Pamela Swan, Red Storm, and S-Coop. There's nothing like a scoop of S-Coop, guys. At the end of the day, when you're getting a scoop of S-Coop, you're doing it. And again, I want to thank all the mods for everything you do to keep this show flowing. And don't forget, tomorrow I am live twice. We're doing a real estate show in the morning at about 10 a.m. or 1:30. We'll see. Is it going to be one or the other? 10 a.m. or 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in that range. I'll keep you looped in the morning. Then we're live for freaking Friday Night Live. Woo! You know what I'm saying? We're doing it. You know, like guitars coming out. We're doing some sort of live improvisation thing with, like, you know, the chicken and coming out, and Dr. Wayne Doppler, he's there with Batmark and fire. Whew. Coming, you know, from the sun. Wages send some fire from the sun. Burning trolls. All that stuff. It's happening in real time, though. You know. And you need to be there. You're not there? What are we talking about? I can't figure you out. By the way, one thing I want to share, just so you guys know, we are absolutely doing a lychee situation. Keith is going to be very excited about that. When you guys see Keith Henry, next time you see him in this chat, you let him know. You say, Keith, Mark said that they're doing a freaking, you know, lychee situation. How many mods are there? That's a good question. We definitely modded up a little more yesterday during that madness, but in general, there are not a ton of mods, but there are a fair amount of mods, and not everybody's always here, so that's why we do have a decent amount of mods. If anybody is not feeling like being a mod or interested in possibly being a mod, let me know, and you know, we could see if that's a possibility to work you in at some point. Anna Treos, for example, has been a family member forever. And when it comes down to it, when you're doing it, you're doing it. See, Anna, I think, doesn't really want to be a wrench because she's chilling it. She's doing her thing. But if Anna ever wanted to be a wrench, she could be a wrench because she's friggin' amazing and she'll know how to just get them out. You know, she's doing it. But we've got... I think what we have to do is I want to have a mod meeting. This is actually something we should do, guys. I want to say this to everybody that's on right now that's not currently subscribed to my Telegram. Go over to Telegram and subscribe. I'm going to give you the link real quick, okay? Because I want to do something. It's going to start on Telegram. But first of all, what's great about this Telegram link is that we're going to be able to, first of all, I think you have to click this and then you'll see the Telegram. On Telegram, Kitty, for example, today told everybody that I'm live. When I drop a piece of content and there's a premiere, somebody's like, hey, Mark's got premiering a clip, guys. Let's check it out. So there's always a disclosure of whatever's going on by someone in the Telegram. But also all the mods should be in Telegram because then we can, be in touch about what's going on, talk about, events like what happened the other day, and try our best to be on the same page going forward at all times. And then same thing, like if all of the posts or all of the live clips and everything are being centralized on Telegram, it could be Telegram, it could be Discord. I have a Discord as well. And from there, we could take it and blow it out to all of our different platforms and different contacts. The Discord thing is interesting as well. I have a Discord. I just don't do much with it, guys. I can't really do much with any of it, I mean, between real estate all day, family, and then coming out here and putting on a 2-hour show every day, I don't have time to run a Discord and do all the other stuff. So if anybody out there is a Discord-friendly individual and wants to run our Discord and try to see if we can create a really strong response to getting on the air. That's the one thing I would say is these people connect and it's just like hey, we're going here right now, and the Discord just goes into action. We need to have a Discord that's freaking going into action on this program. So we have to build it out. We have to figure out how to do that and get a couple 100,000 people in that Discord and then send them out here just in a daily. Oh, the Mark's live? Okay, they're all in the freaking chat. We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, see? Cheryl gets most of her info through Telegram. That's where I'm dropping it to. What about a Facebook group? There is a Facebook group. I'll give that to you right now. It's called Mark Pires Renaissance Man Fam. And I'll give it to you. Let me see if I can get that right here. Where are we? The Renaissance Man Fam. Groups. Here we go. I actually have 2 guys. I created 2 groups on Facebook for this family. One of them's called We All Need a Laugh. I'm going to give that to you right now. Let me see if I can get the link. Is there a link? Give me a link. Okay, here's the link to We All Need a Laugh. Okay, guys? Check this out. And then I'm going to give you the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Fam as well. Click that link real quick and join the We All Need a Laugh group. I usually drop our shows and all the clips in there. And there's not a ton of people in these. That's why we do need to build these out for sure. And then this one's the Renaissance Man Fam. Here we go. This one. And there's 103 people. I hate Facebook. But like you said, if people are on Facebook, they should be subscribing to me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. That's this. If you want to just check me out on Facebook, my Facebook profile is just my name at the end. There is also Mark Pires Renaissance Man page on Facebook, but you just have to type Mark Pires Renaissance Man at the end of Facebook instead of Mark Pires. So the thing is, I think everything is in that link, the first link I sent you guys, which is the Linktree link. You should see it all there, and you can get to every single page. Also find my music. And remember, tomorrow is going to be a ridiculously awesome day because it's going to be snowing. So I'm putting on a friggin' awesome show in the morning. We're doing a morning show. I'm making up really early and doing a really early morning show, like drive time for everybody else in the country. 6 a.m. in 3 hours I'm up. 4 hours, 5 hours I'm up. I'm doing a 10, 11-ish, something. Let's see, if my appointment gets canceled, then I'll be on right around noon. And if it doesn't, I will be on early or after my appointment. And that's how I have to roll. Although I have another call that may be going on at 2 o'clock. So most likely you'll see me at 10 a.m. for about an hour tomorrow, hour and a half, okay? And we're live for 2+ hours at 10 p.m. That's freaking right. You guys know I would do the first Ed TV, right? The Mark TV. Set the cameras up. Oh, Mark snores. Did it. Look, you guys wanted to see the full inside perspective Mark TV situation. Oh my goodness. we're doing Mark TV. Oh, we gotta do it, right? Right? We're doing it. We're doing Mark TV. I mean, it's just a comedy. We're not actually doing Mark TV, but what I'm saying is we're doing the comedy aspect of it. But fam and friends, Anna, BDP, Cheryl, Sid, Dana Shiver, you rock, Rennie, Jack, Mystery, Pamela Swan, S. Coop, and Virgo Psych, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Guys, you are amazing. Tomorrow we do it all over again. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. It's a Renaissance Man. Have a great night.